Hey, y'all, it's Garth, the Big 615. You're going to hear the newest that country music has to offer. At the same time, you're going to hear the newest that the country classics have to offer. I want to hear the new single from George Strait, and I want to hear it right beside the new single from Luke Combs. That's the thing we call the Big 615.
Download the free TuneIn app from the App Store. That's TuneIn. Or ask your device to play the Big 615 on TuneIn.
Dealing with an accident and injury claim can be overwhelming. Let Phillips Law Firm fight for you. We understand the pain and suffering, and we're here to guide you through. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today for a free case review, or visit justiceforyou.com and let Phillips Law Firm help you on the road to recovery.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the Men's Room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to the Men's Room.
And away we go. Welcome to season 18, episode number 3,899. Along with Steve the Thrill Hill, the Ted Smith, and Michael Montgomery. And you are in the Men's Room. Well, Ted, today, once again, we play Big Dummy. Ted's Meat and Potatoes has what to bring to a Memorial Day party. We will play Profile This, plus headlines, the Men's Room Shot of the Day, funable listener emails, and everyone's favorite, TV Time with Ted.
Click, clack.
Drink, got they drunk. Here we go. Florida man arrested for indecent exposure continues to fondle himself in his prison cell. Meanwhile, a guy's low on gas, pulls into a station and wins $1 million on a scratch-off. And he can go to hell. In Thailand, a woman prayed to a 4-foot penis statue for good luck. 1-year-old's birthday cake resembled something you would make when you make love. Yeah. And a man trying to rent a place airdrops nude pics to the building management. That is all coming on today's very special episode of The Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, today is the day that we play Big Dummy, the game show that rewards you for your stunning ignorance. And here's how it works. You call us, we will spin the category. Man, we were right there.
You almost got it this week, dude.
It's like if you could just wait half a second, it would have been like butter. Been like a hot knife.
I'm fast.
Through butter. I've heard that about you.
Still getting corn out of my teeth.
Yeah, that's an inside joke that's annoying to me. We will spin the category wheel, and then we'll ask you a question from that category. Now, here's where Big Dummy separates itself from your average, more reputable game show. We will continue to ask you questions until you get one right, because, as always, we want you to leave here smarter than you showed up. Now, so far this year, our biggest dummy and returning champ is the lovely and talented Danny, who thought a gag order was a demand for a mouth hug and found a way to answer 12 consecutive questions wrong. Can you do better? Of course you can. Everyone else has. So give us a call, and off we go on Big Dummy.
Big contestant to play Big Dummy. Call 206-803-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Men's Room Live, and send those emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com.
Whether you're doing a dance to your favorite artist in the office parking lot, or being guided into Warrior One in the break room before your shift, whether you're running on your Peloton tread at your mom's house while she watches the baby, or counting your breaths on the subway.
Inhaling and long exhale out.
Peloton is for all of us, wherever we are, whenever we need it. Download the free Peloton app today. Peloton app available through free tier or paid subscription starting at $12.99 per month.
We've all been there. The sinking feeling when autocorrect sabotages your message just as you hit send.
No.
Or when you hear those dreaded words.
For customer service, press or say 1.
With Pacific Source Health Plans, you don't have to worry about technology failing you. That's because we serve members with humans, not automated phone trees.
Visit PacificSourceMembersFirst.com to learn more.
Debauchery rolls on. You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Obichels, away we go. Welcome to Season 18, Episode number 3,899. What a large and a charge program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat. The head chef is back. First weekend of summer, officially kicking off in just a couple days. The head chef has what to bring to a Memorial Day party. So if they're having a grill out or a cookout or whatever the deal is, and you are invited.
You're invited.
As they say, never show up empty-handed. And you have what, like some side dishes, maybe some suggestions on the things that just people will be appreciative of?
Yeah, correct. Just the top 10 things you can bring.
You don't never think about that. You always think, like, if you're hosting it, man, we're going to do meat, this, but I never thought, like, if I'm going, what is a good side dish that I don't already assume they're going to have?
Right. Or just add to the main. Like, can I bring over 3 or 4 steaks? You want to just throw those on for people?
Everybody's cool with that. Yeah.
Whatever the deal is, just slice them up and hand some steak out to people. No one's going to bitch about that.
I mean, maybe not, but I got grill space. You're taking it up with your steaks now.
You got to talk with you guy. You definitely got to talk with the guy who's manning the grill. What are you doing? Should I bring any meat?
That's why I have this list, Miles. So people like you don't just show up with giant steaks.
So one of my favorites, it's a former co-worker of ours. She had lived in Seattle for a few months. You know, she's meeting a few friends. Thanksgiving rolls around, and she's like, man, I don't know anybody here. I don't want to fly all the way back home. So these people invited her to their home for Thanksgiving. And as she's telling us, she says, all right, cool. Can I bring anything? They're like, yeah, the turkey. Like, Jesus Christ, man.
That's
So you're invited over for Thanksgiving. She's like, I haven't made a turkey before.
Well, they've never made a turkey before because the turkey's going to take time. So you can't just get there and wait 4.5 hours for the turkey to cook.
But who asked someone to bring the turkey for Thanksgiving if I invited you to my place?
You can't cook it at home and transport it either. Right. It's a hot-ass turkey.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. What, are you going to cook it halfway through, then stick it in your car?
I don't know how
the
that
rest of the way
out.
when you get there? Hell no. That's a bad
And look,
idea.
you're not wrong. If you showed it to my house, like my buddies, we just call it a meat-a-palooza.
Yeah.
Like, bring all the meat you can. But like, I have some friends that are very specific about what they're cooking and this and that. So this is like, you can bring accoutrements.
Okay.
All right. Dead meat potatoes. What to bring to a Memorial Day party. What else do we have for you today? As we do every Monday through Friday, we'll head on over exclusively to the Odyssey app. You get more Men's Room at 6 o'clock with the Men's Room Happy Hour and episode number 393. And today, once again, as we play Big Dummy during the show, we get into a little dirty Big Dummy coming up with the Men's Room Happy Hour. If you don't have the Odyssey app, download it now. Absolutely free. All things can be found on the Men's Room page. Just so you know, Men's Room Radio is a channel that they let us curate our own musical station on there. Mm-hmm. And the assignment this week from our own Mike Hawk, I need 25 new songs. We're going to switch the playlist up a little bit here and get that going within the coming weeks. But if you haven't checked out the channel, it's got just about every genre, just about every type of music that you can imagine on there because we all get to pick 25 songs of our own liking.
And you already submitted your 25 for tomorrow, correct?
I did. I
have
to Mike
my list
this morning.
done. I just need to type it out and email it to Mike. Ted, how far along are you in need? 25 songs you're throwing in there.
You got an outline.
You do what you do in school, just waiting for the last night to turn in the assignment?
No, I just haven't done it.
Yeah,
honestly, I keep forgetting. I looked at Mike today. I go, that's due tomorrow. Huh? He goes, yeah, I got to work on mine too. Mm-hmm. But I got a plan in place.
Okay.
I came up with the last list.
Yep. I made a couple of them last night, but I finally figured out a way that I was going to.
I did list one.
Roll this out. You will definitely know the tunes I picked. How about that?
Sure.
When
you think?
I believe so. It'll be. You know what? You never know. Actually, you never know what people are going to
Who's the guy that keeps guessing? What's his name?
Andrew?
Is it Andrew?
Aaron?
Is that the guy? Aaron. One of the two.
Aaron? Andrew?
We're going to give you a new task there coming up here. But if you haven't checked out the Men's Room Radio channel, do that. All our podcasts are on there, including our daily podcast, the Ted Smith podcast, the Greatest
Fresh
Story.
one.
Greatest Story Never Told, Megacast is
Fresh
on
one.
there. Two brand new podcasts from Ted up at the Men's Room page. Also, you can listen to our show anytime. A lot of people don't get a chance to listen live. All 4 hours can be downloaded. You can listen live there. Sign in when you get there because every hour you listen, a chance for you to win some cool tickets. I believe it's still Avenged Sevenfold, but
I don't know.
Don't quote me on that. But every hour is a different entry. So the longer you listen on the app, the more chances you have to win, but you need to sign in first. And what else do we have for you today? Oh, we do play the game known as Big Dummy. It's an easy game to play. We we spin the category wheel. You're either playing for Team Sober or Team Not Sober. Our biggest dummy, the returning champion, Danny, who took 12 questions to get one right. And every time we like to play Big Dummy, we do a men's room poll. And the last time we played, we said, hey, pick a superpower. Any one of these. Do you want flight, invisibility, teleportation, or super strength? And this shook down a pretty strong choice that everyone kind of agreed on. Super strength was the last thing anyone wanted. 8% of you chose that one, so that came in fourth place. Surprisingly to me, flight. 20% of you picked flight, so flight came in third.
Sure.
I always had the dreams that I can fly, and when I was a kid, I always wanted to fly.
Do you actually have dreams you can fly? I have dreams where I believe I can fly, but I never quite actually fly.
Well, sure. That's like when anybody calls up and says, hey, man, I was in a motorcycle accident, and I hit a car, T-boned the car, went flying through the air, 100 feet, you know? And I'm always just curious, I know it's got to be terrifying, but what is that feeling like? You know, obviously you've been shot through the air.
But it's a hard question to answer because, flight itself seems cool, but given the circumstance that, quote-unquote, allowed them to fly, there's just other things on your mind.
People have been shot out of a cannon, but they're typically shot into a net. So it's a little bit different, but just that feeling of just...
Anyone ever missed the net? You hear about people falling off a trapeze.
I'm sure it's happened.
Or like the animals going crazy at the circus, but I'm yet to hear we fired the cannon, and we completely missed the net, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's a good point. Oh, let's see here. So every time we do Big Dummy, we do the poll. Flight is 3. Invisibility is number 2. 24% of you said you'd like to be invisible. Creepy. By far, half of you at 48% said teleportation.
Absolutely, man.
That would be the superpower that I want.
And like I said, my goal for teleportation, one thing, just if I could teleport just one time, they say it's like a genie, right? All right. Mm-hmm. That bucket of chicken, I hit the space station, I eat that bucket of chicken in front of them. You can see their mouths watering, and poof, I'm gone.
So this week on our men's room poll, we're going to get a little extreme with some extreme sports. You have to pick one that you would be willing to try. Give this one a shot, okay? So the first one, Steve, you've already done this, is skydiving.
Yeah.
Now, if you have a problem with heights, if you have a problem with jumping out of an operational aircraft, this one might not be for you, but you enjoyed your time. Even with a tandem jump, your first time, that's how it rolls.
It's still cool. I mean, look, whether the guy's on your back or not, at some point it doesn't matter because you're still just falling through the sky toward planet Earth, right? And it just, whatever. But you don't feel like you're falling. You know that you are, right? You don't become stupid. You know that you're falling, but that's not the feeling you get. You know what I mean? I mean, the closer to the ground
you feel like you're flying.
You don't exactly feel like you're flying either. It feels more like somehow you're floating, and then someone has this big-ass fan that they're blowing on you.
All right.
You know what I mean?
So you can't really tell the depth of how close you're getting to the Earth with that speed and everything else.
I mean, I'm sure at a certain altitude you can, but luckily we pulled the parachute before it got obvious.
How dangerous is skydiving, you might ask? So how many people die skydiving a year? You may be surprised to learn that the mortality rate for skydiving accidents is relatively low. In fact, it can be said that you have a better chance of dying as a result of an auto accident or some accident at home. So the United States Parachute Association indicates there have been a total of 486 deaths from skydiving from 2000 until today. On average, that's about 22 deaths a year. The actual figure per year is lessening, with statistics from 2021 indicating that only 10 deaths were related to skydiving. Also, the United States Parachute Association gathers data on all skydives in the U.S. Their stats show that you're more likely to die being stung by a bee than you are a tandem skydive, with the odds of fatality in skydiving being 1 in 500,000 in the past decade. Okay. So as far as 500,000 jumps, just one person passes. It tells you a lot of people do and go jump. But as far as you feeling like there's a chance that you might not make it out of there, this is a pretty high percentage that you will.
I mean, to me, and I don't know a lot about skydiving, but to me it seems like if the parachute opens, smooth.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Next up on the list, and keep in mind, they kind of scoot you out of that airplane. So it's not
on
like
the tandem, because I was about to tell them, hey, seriously, and to your point, Miles, just not necessarily scared of heights, but when you're up in the plane, at this point, you're 10,000 feet, right? Mm-hmm. So that's different than like the CN Tower or something, right. And it occurs to you, I'm about to say to him, hey, man, I'm thinking maybe this is a bad idea. Before you can open your mouth, you're out of the plane. And honest to God, once you're out of it's scarier sitting on the edge of the plane than it is once you're out of the plane. That's what it means.
Okay. So the next one is bungee jumping.
Nope.
Now, there is a bridge in West Virginia that people can actually parachute off of. It's called the New River Gorge Bridge. They have this thing called Jump Day. But for the most part, most of the people there obviously are not skilled enough to parachute off of a bridge. It happens to be the largest span arc bridge in the world, but That doesn't mean that if you're not a skilled parachutist, you could do this.
Sure.
Bungee jumping, on the other hand.
Nope.
Anybody can walk up and do that activity. They have a very large platform that they put up. But unlike skydiving, especially with your tandem, when your instructor is strapped into you and you scoot out of that airplane, he kind of makes that thing happen. With bungee jumping, it is up to you to determine that you are going to free jump off of this platform toward the ground.
Do they, under any circumstance, and honestly, I don't know this, do they push you? Because there's no chance. I've never seen a video, even when people are scared, they eventually jump. I've never seen just a guy give him a little nudge.
Well, you need to kind of dive into it, because if you go flat, keep in mind when you hit and you're falling flat, when you hit the bottom, it's going to whip your head down real hard. So you need to have somewhat of a head down motion. So you can't be flat. No. You can't fly flat. You need to dive down into the bungee jump for the most part.
Yeah, because they would say jump, and I think just no.
Bungee jumping is very similar to parachuting, with very few bungee jumping deaths per year. In fact, the National Center of Health, the statistics show the same fatality rate among bungee jumpers as skydivers, 1.5 million.
Okay.
So it's another safe thing to do, but just keep in mind, you have to jump off of a platform, and you are the one that has to facilitate that.
And therein lies the problem with me.
Next up is cliff diving. Now, I have jumped off numerous cliffs. I've jumped off bridges.
Sure.
For whatever reason, this would be the one that I would pick. Now, keep in mind, cliff diving doesn't necessarily mean that you go in head first. A lot of guys, depending on the height, depending on the severity of the jump, whatever the deal is, it could be a feet first mechanism for sure. So it's not like you're going to go head first if you don't want to. But you are going to have to jump off a cliff into a body of water. Now, a study of 81 cliff divers and 52 splash divers was conducted to learn about cliff diving accidents. The research counted a total of 7,857 hours of diving, with an average dive height of about 13 meters. They found an overall cliff diving injury rate of about 8 injuries per 1,000 hours of the sport.
That's not so bad.
No. The most common cliff diving injuries: foot and ankle, neck and cervical spine, lower limb, lower back. In 79% of the accidents, the injuries happened while the diver entered the water. So broke shoulder.
Yeah, that's the moment, right.
Most of the injuries were bruises and muscle strains, although some severe injuries were reported. The researchers concluded that protection from impact at entry, such as wearing a wetsuit, could very much help. Dryland training courses and instructions for appropriate diving methods could all help to reduce cliff diving accidents. And the final one, which I think...
By the way, real quick, Miles, someone here says, I did my first base jump off of the new River Gorge Bridge.
All right, very cool. And that's scary as hell, because that is a long way down. Even when you're just hanging, you are way, way up over the new river.
Right.
And then they got to basically wrench you back up, feet first, all the way to the top of the bridge.
Thank you.
It's just, the whole thing. And you bounce like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 up and down and all that crap. No. And the last one, this one just terrifies the hell out of me. There used to be a bar that I frequented, and they had a Red Bull television screen up behind the bar. Now, it was turned sideways. So it was long ways on the wall.
Okay.
So it was vertical instead of horizontal, and that was the you looked at it like that, like kind of like our lobby used to be with TV, where it was kind of like sideways, right? And it was all Red Bull stuff, from them jumping into the rivers with the man-made stuff, all kinds of extreme stuff. But the heli-skiing one, I could not take my eyes off. It's just mesmerizing, based on how the danger of it is with a GoPro camera on when you're getting out of a helicopter. They don't put that helicopter down onto the top of a mountain most of the time. There's not enough room up there from the ones I've seen. Basically, you just kind of jump out of the damn thing, you land on the peak of a mountain, you look at the line, you probably already have that figured out, and you take the hell off. But as far as heli-skiing and the severity of it, believe it or not, heli-skiing has gotten safer over the years.
I can believe that.
So they say basically they have been studying heli-skiing since 1970. The report found there were 85 fatalities per million skiing days in the 1970s. That figure has decreased to about 10 per million skiing from 2010 till now. The study found there was an average of 85 deaths in the 70s. It seems like this can be contributed to increased awareness on avalanches, better gear, beacons, GPS, cell and satellite phones, avalanche bags. They've all been revolutionary in avalanche safety. So if you can ski and you're double black diamond capable, this might be something that you could do. So again, you're going to do a little bit of an extreme sport on our men's room poll. Do you skydive, bungee jump, cliff dive, or heli-ski? And the poll, by the way, is up for you right now. If you follow us on Twitter at Men's Room Live. So we're going to get extreme today.
And heli skiing is the one that bugs you the most. And you would bungee jump before you heli ski.
I would.
Well, let's say you were a good skier.
If I was a good skier, that would be something that I would absolutely think about. But at the same point in time, if I just trigger a small avalanche, and I do have, what do they call those? The bags, the pop-up
avalanche bags,
avalanche bags, and all that. Maybe I'd feel some sense of safety. But the idea of standing on top of a mountain like that and just going down the thing,
sure. But you can still
under my own power. That's the difference with bungee jumping. All I need to do is jump. With parachuting, all I need to do is scoot out of the plane. With cliff diving, I feel more confident about that because I used to jump all the time as a kid. But heli skiing, that's me. I might just scoot down a mountain on my ass. It might take me 2 weeks to get down the damn.
That's why I'd pick heli skiing. I've already skydove, whatever. So
you've been skydiving,
right? So thank you. So I'm just going to eliminate that one and pick one of the other three. I think I do heli skiing. Now that said, there is a parent at my kid's school. He is a phenomenal skier. And I want to say he busted his femur or something within the last year or so, and I believe he was heli skiing when he did it. But this guy, that's what he does to have fun. I mean, just straight up.
So he doesn't love his family.
No, he'll take his family. I mean,
the whole family will go.
I have a buddy that does it all the time.
That guy, right? Yeah. So that's all he knows, and he's from Italy, I believe. So he grew up skiing. I mean, this guy, I don't know if you ever skied competitively, but he can do a double black diamond, you name it. That's just his thing, right? So
probably skied in the Alps.
You ask him about it, and it's just crazy to me because he might as well be speaking a foreign language. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, we about 3 months ago we went heli skiing, and already it's like, what? He's like, yeah, it's not cheap, but we rent the helicopter, but it's what he does. But like I said, it's been a minute since he's been up there because one of the last times I saw him, still a bit of a limp now. He's getting better. He plans on going right back up, but yeah, busted up his leg pretty bad. And the whole thing was, he's like, I was doing great, then I hit a tree. That was it. It wasn't like a big rock. It wasn't an avalanche. None of the stuff.
Hit a tree.
He hit a goddamn tree. And he is upset with himself. He's like, he's like, look, man, you see trees in front of you. If there's an avalanche that's behind you, you kind of find out when it catches up, sort of thing. Mm-hmm. Rocks are the thing you worry about, so you keep your eye out. There's, I guess, all sorts of tells and blah, blah, blah. He's like, it's a tree. I mean, he's like, it's in front of me. And for whatever reason, he's just, I was too confident. So where he could have gotten out of the way much earlier, decided, I got time.
Also know people who have skied their entire life that are around my age. And skiing for some reason, and not on a professional level, but it's a lot like, it's like being a pitcher in baseball. So in other words, you don't have to be the most muscular athlete in the world.
Sure.
Like I know guys who weigh way over 200 pounds, have a big old beer gut, and they can ski. They can just tear it up. Like they're not really athletic in any other way.
Is that the only person you're picturing?
It's like Bartolo Colon. Here's this big ass fat guy, man. He's 59 years old. Right. He goes up there and throws a no-no and then jacks a home run out. You're like, how in the hell did you do that, man? Skiing is the same kind of way. Like if you know how to ski,
then you're just good.
You don't need to be in the gym all the time. It would sure help. But you don't need that. You're either proficient at it or you're not.
Right.
Which is, you could be 2 years old, 3 years old. They don't even use poles, those kids, half the time.
Those kids irritate me. I mean, good on them. No, I'm just saying, they're just so much better.
But if you're good at it, you're good at it. If you suck at it, you're just, it's a tough learning curve. Ted, what would you pick out of these?
Honestly, probably skydiving.
Yeah, it's fun, man. Okay. I'm telling you, it's good. It's good.
I know it'll suck. Is one of my old trainers, he was a bodybuilder. And he was like, you could do it, but he's like, it hurts as a big man. They strap you in tight.
Bro, I'm skinny. They strap your ass in tight.
Yeah, he's like, it's gonna hurt. You're gonna be. I was like, yeah, but I'd still like to try it. Bungee jumping, I don't know. The one that scares me the most is the one you did. It's the cliff diving.
Really?
Yeah.
I tell you, the one thing about cliff diving that sucks is
jumping off a cliff.
Well, just making sure the push is right.
Yeah.
Because typically most people have gone off of that ledge where you're going and they've come back up, so the cliff is wet. There is a small cliff in Jamaica in the Grill, Rick's, Dick's, I can't remember the name of the bar, but either way, I was jumping into a lagoon there from a cliff. But it's wet, and you're not wearing any shoes. So the most important thing is just that you push off without slipping. So you kind of got to grind your toes in a little bit, find a good toe hold, and then throw yourself out.
It's too much.
That's what I'm saying.
It's still wet.
Yeah, that seems like the most risky one.
Right, at least with the skydive tandem, it's like they just knock your ass out of the plane. You're just going.
Mike, what are you doing on this one? You doing skydiving, bungee
I'm not
jumping?
happy about any of these.
Cliff diving?
I gotta pick one, Mike.
I know.
That's right, you don't like heights, right?
I don't like heights at all, so none
We
of these
tried to
sound
do
fun.
a promotion. I just want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, Mike Hawk would not. We wanted to call it Drop the Mic.
Yeah, I know.
And it was Mike skydiving. I'm like, dude, we can set it up. We can get it
Oh
done.
yeah, it sounds great.
It would
Drop
be
the
great.
mic.
Yeah, drop the mic, right? The mic drop.
What if he lands like boom?
I'm about to say it would make the same thud on the ground when I hit.
Oh man, it didn't open.
I'd probably have to go with sky because at least with skydiving, at least I've got somebody strapped to my back that could save my dumb ass. I would not be happy.
Or you
doing
both
any of
die.
these.
Well, he would probably unclip from you if he had that idea.
Right,
Yeah.
it's that
You just
bad.
go. I got this extra. Shoot right back here. Good luck, Mike. All right, the game is Big Dummy 206-803-ROCK.
Start summer with a $500 Visa gift card. NC Machinery is offering big rewards on small excavators. Grab a Cat Mini excavator and demolish jobs. Dig deep or move material with the smallest line of Cat products. Do more with less. That's right, small is big right now. Big rewards and big savings for your pocket. For a limited time, NC Machinery is offering a $500 Visa gift card, as well as financing of 0% for 36 months for qualified buyers. Now is the time to reward yourself. Terms and conditions apply while supplies last.
9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
All right, the game is Big Dummy 206-803-ROCK. Steve, who is our first contestant ready to play the big game?
Hello, Jordan. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hola. Hola. Jordan, are you sober or not sober?
Not sober.
All right, welcome to Big Dummy. All right, today we're getting a little extreme here on the poll. You gotta do one. Will it be skydiving, bungee jumping, cliff diving, or heli-skiing?
Going for the heli-skiing.
Heli-skiing. Are you a good skier?
I can snowboard, so I think get down on the skis.
All right.
Yes, we will give you hella snowboarding. Someone even asked. Like, whatever your winter sport is. All right. Of course, someone's going to ask. Yes, we overlooked that. You can hella snowboard.
Correct.
All right, Jordan, here is your question. What is the attempt to overthrow a government by force called? An attempt to overthrow a government by force.
It's not tyranny. Oh man, I know this. Give me a second here. A coup. It's coup.
Very close. Not a coup. Although I like how you said a coup. A coup.
Wait a minute, phrase it again. Say it again.
What is the attempt to overthrow a government by force called?
I would have gone with coup as well.
Me too. Sedition.
Sedition.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. Now everyone knows what the hell it means.
All right.
Because here's the thing. You can do a coup where I just go in and you take out the leader.
All right.
But you're not taking out everyone else, right? You still formed a coup. There's not necessarily violence other than... Because even with a coup, it doesn't have to be violent. I can just snatch you out of office, right? Throw you in the back of a car. But if it's by force, it is sedition. Sedition.
All right. Big news. That word's around a lot lately.
I know. That's why I was like, let me just look it up. Yeah. You know what I mean? We know it's not awesome, but we don't see what the hell it actually is.
It just sounds scary.
It does.
I'm going to pull that out this weekend on somebody.
But give me an example.
I'm just going to say, shut up, you seditious MFer.
See, you made it sound bad. See, I like this word. And this is not a word. You just say, you are being so seclicious right now. It'll piss someone off. It's not a word. Feel free to use it.
Seditious?
Seclicious. Baby, you look seclicious.
It's going to be my word of the day.
There you go. She's like, oh, thank you. What does it mean? No, I just made it up. All right, your question. We made another word.
Well, try you old sedition.
I believe Miles came up with this one, a quat.
Yes.
It sounds bad, but it's not really a word.
KWAT, quat.
I can see your quat. All right, here's a question. Electric, purse, and smalt are all shades of what color?
Electric, purse, and smalt?
Correct.
Shades of what color? Gray.
I'll say blue.
Blue. Electric's the only giveaway for me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Electric blue.
Electric gray.
Wasn't there a show on the Playboy channel called Electric Blue?
I think you are correct.
I mean, this is like early
red?
80s. But it was not full everything. It was just kind of like
it was
soft
more
person.
topless. It maybe see
Yeah,
a butt.
yeah.
You knew they were having sex, but they didn't really show you the sex.
Might have been HBO.
It's like the one your mom catches you ordering.
Yeah, it's about the age that your mama bust you on. It's just boobs. And that's all we needed back then. All right, your question. What is the capital of Maine?
Capital of Maine?
Mm-hmm.
Capital of Maine.
The capital of Maine.
Capital of Maine.
Maine's
Can I
capital.
get any options? I have nothing about Maine.
How about name a city in Maine?
Yeah.
Great idea.
Give it a go. Rock Island? I don't know.
Bangor. Nope.
Portsmouth.
Nope.
Portland.
Nope.
Portland's New Hampshire.
No, wait a minute. I know more cities in Maine.
I'll give you a hint. If it were in Georgia, golfers would love this place.
Athens.
Augusta.
Damn it.
Oh, that's right.
You said Georgia. Miles and
I
I
know.
just talked right over you
I
giving us
know.
the golf hint. We're like, Athens.
That's right. Maine. So popular. All right.
Augusta, Maine.
Augusta, Maine. Mm-hmm. Question. How many sides does a trapezoid have?
Trapezoid, is that 5?
4.
Yeah.
4.
All right, Jordan, question 5.
Question number 5 for Jordan. What is a group of witches called?
Is that a Kaggle?
A Kaggle? That's a coven? Coven, yes. Did you say a Kaggle?
What's a Kaggle? That sounds familiar.
That might be another made-up word. I caggled the seclicious quat. All right, your question. Who was assassinated by Sirhan Sirhan?
Sirhan?
Correct. Pizza. Sirhan Sirhan.
I mean, I get it. It buys you time every time you repeat it. Also lets us know you have no idea.
Was that Julius Caesar?
Wow, a little bit later than Julius
Martin
Caesar.
Luther King?
Nope.
Archduke Ferdinand.
Nope.
Malcolm X.
Oh. Sirhan didn't kill him. Sirhan killed
Robert Kennedy.
Damn it. I was so confident, too.
Everyone's just rattling off people that were murdered. All right, your question. What toy was Arnold Schwarzenegger after in the movie Jingle All the Way?
Yeah.
Jingle All the Way. Jingle All the Way, I believe.
Give me a second here. I got this.
Are you sure? Are you sure you've got this?
Yeah. I've seen that movie a few times, but I was really young when I did.
Makes sense.
Was that little?
Come on, man.
Come on.
Oh, this one's bothering me. I know this one.
Forget about it. If you don't get it right, I don't even want to tell you. It's one of those things I'll tell you, then you'll be mad at yourself.
Great movie.
Action Man?
Close.
Turbo Man.
Turbo Man.
Oh, I mouthed Mega Man.
Megan what?
The mic.
Mega Man.
Why do I know the name Mega Man?
Because he's like the little blue video game character.
Mega Man?
Yeah, he's got like little cannon on his arm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Question number 8, Jordan.
Question number 8 for Jordan. For what 2 movies did Tom Hanks win 2 consecutive Oscars for Best Actor?
Was that Sleepless in Seattle?
Dear God, no.
Schindler's List.
Nope.
Wait,
One, he'd have to be in Schindler's List.
Oh, he's on it now. What's the
one had to be Castaway.
No.
Saving Private Ryan.
No. Damn, guys.
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia's one.
And what else did he?
It's Ryan Castle's favorite movie.
Oh, boys.
It's his favorite
You know
movie.
this.
Oh, Forrest Gump.
Oh.
Mike with the strong. That's his favorite movie.
I didn't know. You know how he got that accent?
No.
Originally, when they were making the movie, the director goes to Tom Hanks and he's like, "Hey, the kid that's going to play young Forrest Gump is like, could you train this kid on how to speak as you're going to in this movie?" He says, "Well, if I'm going to portray the older version of him, why don't I just listen to it?" So he just sat there and talked to this kid, and that's legit how this kid talks.
Oh, really?
And that's where the voice of Forrest Gump came from.
You think he ever went home, talked to his wife Reed, and said, "This kid sounds like a freaking idiot"?
Kid, man.
I do, Mr. Hanks. Just keep in mind one thing. They originally wanted the role of Forrest Gump to go to John Travolta. I know things get recast all the time. I just cannot wrap my head around it. Yeah, Jenny.
Like a box of chocolate. Bubba. Don't leave me, Bubba.
Don't touch the bracelet.
You guys are great.
Hey, to the dad. Hey.
I just started running.
All right. Much different movie with John Travolta. Jesus God. All right. Here's your question. Multiple choice. McDonald's, Burger King, Arby's, or Dairy Queen, which fast food chain was started by Ray Kroc?
Ray Kroc.
Ray Kroc.
Oh, that's McDonald's.
All right, very good.
Oh, that one I know.
Very good. Of course, those old Ray Kroc, yes.
Old Ray.
Right, the franchise was started by him.
Correct.
All right.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
Did you watch that movie?
What movie?
About him and McDonald's.
No, I did not.
Because he's slinging...
Good burger?
Not good burger. He's selling milkshake machines.
Oh, that's right.
But he can't really sell them. And then when he gets to California, he sees the first McDonald's, and he's just so obsessed with how they do everything. It all comes out the same way every time. They have a system. And then he ends up, I think, like buying into the original ones and franchising them.
Okay.
But he didn't. That's all like.
So he didn't start McDonald's, but he franchised McDonald's.
Yeah, it's like who's the guy that sold the Sonics that everybody hates?
Schultz.
Right. Like he was with a group of guys that got a coffee thing from a guy here in Seattle, and then basically he buys them out and turns it into
Starbucks, so we know. Okay.
But takes the credit.
Of course. I would too. But yeah, my idea. Hello, Morgan. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, you some cushions, bitches.
Hola.
Morgan, are you sober or not sober?
Sober.
Morgan, welcome to Big Dummy. All right, our men's room poll. You got to do one. Skydiving, bungee jumping, cliff diving, or hella skiing. What are you picking?
Skydiving.
Skydiving. All right.
Well, what was it?
Skydiving.
Oh,
Skydiving.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm trying to get out of the office.
As people are talking about made-up words, someone here says, we made up a word as a kid. It was goonkles. It's the lower part of the butt that showed when wearing Daisy Dukes. Look at them goonkles. All right. Here's your question. What is the minimum number of sides required to create a polygon?
3.
One hand done, Morgan. Nice job.
Hang on. Let me give you a 50-50 question here. Which, and everyone knows the answer to this. I don't even know why I'm asking. Which has more calories? A cup of celery or a cup of live jellyfish?
Celery.
More calories. Huh?
More calories. So if you have 1 cup of live jellyfish, that actually only has 1/3 the calories of 1 cup of celery.
I'll be damned.
Can you eat jellyfish?
Live, I would not do it.
No.
I mean,
No.
you can.
Turtles do all the time. But
Yeah, but I don't think anyone would eat it live.
It tastes like jelly.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Danny. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Danny, are you on team sober or team not sober?
I'm sober.
Danny, welcome to Big Dummy. All right, what are you doing there on the men's room poll? Skydiving, bungee jumping, cliff diving, or hella skiing?
I'm going to do the cliff diving. I've done it before. It's all right.
Where have you done it?
In Ibiza, Spain.
Wow. Were you
nice.
Were you naked?
No, I was not naked.
Were you high?
I was in the Army. We went over there and I was scuba diving, and while the other people were scubaing, we swam over to this, maybe 50-foot high cliff. Jumped off it.
That's cool.
Fun.
Did you get to spend any quality time in Ibiza?
Not me. I think some of my friends managed to find the hookup. And,
Okay.
went to some raves and stuff.
Let me ask you a question. Did you scuba underneath the area where you were jumping into to make sure it was deep enough?
No. The guy who ran the tour boat who took us on it, told me it was. So.
Okay.
All right, Danny, here's your question. Back to state capitals. What is the capital of South Carolina?
Ooh. I have no idea. Newport Beach. I have no idea.
Oh.
Is it Columbia?
Yeah.
Columbia, South Carolina, yes.
It's also where the University of South Carolina is. And if you're wondering, yes, there's a whole little area dedicated to Hootie and the Bluefish.
I was just getting ready to ask.
I was pumped.
If anyone was wondering.
Just in case anyone wants to know.
I was wondering.
Yes.
There's a great area in that town, too, called, I can't remember, it's 4 or 5 points.
Okay.
But it's where all the cool bars are and everything.
I feel like it's 5 points. I don't know why, but I just feel like if it's supposed to be cool, it's 5, not 4.
Everybody who goes to that town has a blast.
Columbia's dope, man. My dad
I've never
lived
heard
there.
anybody say anything other than positive things about their experiences.
Yeah, he lived there for 3 years. It was great. Except he lived in the hood.
The hood of Columbia.
You know, like those small one-bedroom apartment buildings that are one floor?
Yep.
Made out of brick? Mm-hmm. Like me and my
I
brother
lived in one of those in Ballard. It was really nice, wasn't it, Steve?
Great.
Yeah, me and my brother were in there, and we were like, you know you live in the hood. He was like, well, I don't go out much at night.
Okay, problem solved then. All right, your question. What's the name of the bar on Family Guy?
Dang, it's something clam. The clog clam.
You're gonna be so annoyed.
The drunken clam.
That's so weird. I'm just used to him saying the clam.
Right. Yes, it is in fact the drunken clam.
I don't know if I've ever been to a clam bar.
Wasn't there a place in Ocean City, the Beard and Clam?
Yes, it's on Second.
Okay, then I've been there.
Classy.
Yeah, I know. Super.
It's right near. It's right near. It's right in the same alley as Bull on the Beach.
Right.
Oh, nice.
All right, your question. What is the primary ingredient in sake?
Rice.
Rice wine. Very good.
Were you drinking sake last night, Ted?
I did not have any sake.
Did not have sake. What did you say you were drinking?
Sapporo.
Oh, my bad. For some reason I had sake in my head.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803 Rock.
I do enjoy sake.
I just don't like the taste.
Japanese make a great pilsner.
Have you ever had? They do.
So the Thai there's two or
the
three
Japanese
Chang.
Really, their pilsners are good. Their whiskey
I've heard
phenomenal.
the whiskey. I have not had a Japanese whiskey yet, but I've heard nothing but good things.
It's pretty good.
Singhai.
I like Kirin's good. But man, if you're always questioned sake, get some unfiltered sake. It's delicious.
I have
Sweet.
had. I like it better than regular sake. I don't know what it is.
I remember giving me a wicked hangover.
I'll remember that part.
Yeah,
but I just don't like the taste. Hello, Eric. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola.
Eric, are you sober or not sober?
Team not sober.
Oh, what's up, Eric?
Welcome to Big Dummy.
What up, Ted?
Maybe that's not the best time to recognize your voice when you go, not sober. Oh, that's my boy Eric. What up, man?
All right, Eric, what are you doing?
Ted, I heard you moved out of Seattle.
I'm technically still in Seattle, just north of the border, as we call it.
The border.
You went north end?
I did. Yeah.
Yes. He wanted to be closer to me, man.
Oh.
Eric, what are you doing on our men's room poll? Skydiving, bungee jumping, cliff diving, or hella skating?
Oh, Jesus.
I'm going to go ski.
Hella skiing. Okay, you a decent skier?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, decent skin drunk Eric. Here is your question. What was the name of Stevie Ray Vaughan's backing band? What is the
That's a tough one.
I'm just old, so to me, I'm
I
like...
really do like this cover of Jimi Hendrix, but I don't know who his backing band is. The Ironside.
The Ironside. Thank you for guessing. That's all that matters.
Texas, I don't know, tornadoes.
Really, man?
What?
Oh, I thought you'd nailed it.
No.
Stevie Ray Vaughan and Double Trouble.
Oh, Double Trouble.
Double
That's
Trouble.
Right. Double Trouble.
All right, Eric, your question. What is the only fruit to have its seeds on the outside? Little whore.
A strawberry.
Yes.
Nice job.
Strawberry.
Nice job. Yeah, they do have the seeds on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be damned.
Surprised people haven't protested that.
Crazy.
Why are they showing the
showing their
reproductive parts on the outside? That's not how it's supposed. We need little strawberry bras.
More Big Dummy on the way. 206-803 Rock.
Start summer with a $500 Visa gift card. NC Machinery is offering big rewards on small excavators. Grab a Cat Mini excavator and demolish jobs. Dig deep or move material with the smallest line of Cat products. Do more with less. That's right, small is big right now. Big rewards and big savings for your pocket. For a limited time, NC Machinery is offering a $500 Visa gift card, as well as financing of 0% for 36 months for qualified buyers. Now is the time to reward yourself. Terms and conditions apply while supplies last.
Hey there, it's your friend Stormy Warren here, and I want to invite you to my new home, the Big 615, exclusively on TuneIn. It's the official home of country music broadcasting live from Nashville to the world. Get the latest on country music, from your favorite artists to the hottest songs climbing up the charts. Oh, and it's commercial-free. Hear it all on the Stormy Warren Show, weekdays from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central. Download the free TuneIn app from the App Store. That's TuneIn. Or ask your device to play the Big 615 on TuneIn. tune in.
Are you dealing with a personal injury? Don't go it alone. Turn to the experienced team at Phillips Law Firm. Their attorneys have helped thousands of clients get the compensation they deserve. Call Phillips Law Firm now. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hey, it's Mike Hawk. Join me every Thursday at 1 p.m. exclusively on the Odyssey app as we go live with Odyssey. Join in on the action as we cover interesting facts, top 10 lists, and some fun new games. Follow the Men's Room page on the Odyssey app and join in all the fun Thursday afternoons at 1.
99.9 KISW. We return to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Game is Big Dummy. 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Marshall. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hola. Marshall, team sober?
Sober, yeah.
Know that for a fact. All right, Marshall, what are you doing on the Men's Room poll? Skydiving, bungee jumping, cliff diving, or hella skiing?
It all sounds horrible. I'll go skydiving.
Skydiving. Okay.
I had a feeling you wouldn't like any of those options.
No. Hey, do you mind if I give a shout out to my dad real fast?
Sure, man.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago, I said something and it got taken the wrong way by my friends. He called us the N-word nerds as a sign of affection. Not as
That's what you have to explain on the radio for your father to feel better.
Yeah, he was a very good guy, a great dad, a great father. He wasn't abusive verbally or anything. He just,
see, man, it's what it is to be black. All right, Dad, let me clear this up. Yeah, he called us the N-bomb nerds, but he meant it out of love.
He said it with the hard A, not the ER, the hard A.
Yeah, he's black. We know.
I mean, look, I didn't take it that way. It's an insult. I understood what you were saying.
Yeah, Marshall, only white people use the ER.
Yeah.
I have a lot of white liberal friends, so they took it the wrong way.
Oh, for God's sake. Jeez, a whiz. I'm glad they're standing up for you.
Yeah, don't worry about my family. My family, man. You heard when I was a real young man, if you messed up, like that was the first word out of my dad's mouth.
Can you imagine going to your friends like, I'm so upset that your dad called you a little cracker.
Right.
I mean, come on.
Jesus. All right there, Marshall. Here's your question. What desert surrounds Las Vegas?
Oh, Las Vegas. That's a Mojave?
One and done.
Bonus question.
Hang on. Bonus question.
There he goes, nerding out again.
Mm-hmm. Making his dad proud.
That's right.
All right.
Easy, Miles.
A coffin or a casket, which one has 6 sides?
Coffin or casket? I just go with coffin.
Yeah.
Man. That's like the old school one you see in the Wild
Like
West.
Dracula.
Yeah, so the coffin, right. Yeah, the Dracula one is that. And then for some reason, I had a background. The casket, that means
it's a box.
They were broke. They're just like, put his ass on the ground.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
That coffins would be cheap.
The 6-side one?
Yeah, it's like that's what I'm thinking about. Like when you watch old West movies, they just put them in the coffin and throw them in the ground. Whereas caskets are like got the arms on them. You got you got to spend thousands of dollars.
Maybe you're right.
I agree with him. Like the coffin looks like it was made out of balsa wood that they found at a Home Depot, whereas the casket's taking time.
Yeah, but a casket, I'm just saying, it's just a box. You could make a coffin in shop class in high school. Don't, because your parents are going to feel weird about you. But no, I feel like I feel like the coffin took a little extra effort, right? You got the shape. I don't know, man.
I guess nowadays you just don't see a ton of coffins. It's generally caskets,
mostly caskets,
and they're expensive.
Yeah. You're trying to say Dracula's cheap. I see what you're saying.
Again, I just associate it with
Old West.
Yeah, you're just like throw them in the ground.
To me, it's definitely Dracula. I've never seen Dracula pop out of the 4-sided thing. Always 6-sided. And homie had money, man. So that's why I'm thinking. And that was his bed. It was built for comfort. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes he hung from the ceiling.
Sometimes.
That was when he was trying to stretch his back out.
There's a funny meme going around about Vlad the Impaler, the actual Dracula.
That's hilarious.
It's like, don't give up on your dreams. Vlad the Impaler didn't impale anybody till his 30s.
Oh, damn. Oh, wow. Find out a fortune cookie?
I can't believe half those. I can't believe he did that, and most of those people were alive for days after that.
Yeah, that was his point, though.
I know.
When you showed up,
you ask a doctor to do that with a broomstick, he's going to be like, no, it can't be done. Vlad had no problem with it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the tough part with, being a spy or, messing around with, high-level drug dealers. It's the torture part.
It seems like they don't just kill you.
No. They take their time.
It's got to be real bad.
Yeah.
Real bad. Hello, Ari. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hey.
Hola.
Ari, are you sober or not sober?
Sober.
Ari, welcome to Big Dummies.
No way to go through life, Ari.
I know.
What are you doing there on the men's room poll? Skydiving, bungee jumping, cliff diving, or hella skiing?
Well, I guess bungee jumping. It seems somehow to be the safest option.
All right. Are you sure about that? Would you have the courage? Because again, skydiving, if it's tandem, they jump, you're just stuck to them, nothing you can do. But like with bungee jumping, you're standing on the edge of this bridge, and they tell you.
Well, I didn't know tandem was an option.
On bungee jumping?
Skydiving.
Oh, skydiving.
No, on the skydiving, I just assumed it was solo.
Yeah, no, you're scooting out on your butt for the first time you ever do it.
So you're saying solo for that?
Well, I don't know about a solo jump. I just know your first jump is typically a tandem jump, and you're scooting out on your butt.
Right. And with bungee jumping, I mean, there is no tandem bungee jumping.
No, you're just jumping on your own.
God, man, you'd have to push me off. There's no way.
Okay.
Much like got it. Wait until I'm connected to the bungee, right?
Just say when.
Remember we had that story about a year and a half ago. It's a true thing. And I think they were in like Norway or something, but it was a boyfriend-girlfriend team. And the instructor there said jump, and she jumped. The thing is, he wasn't talking to her.
No.
He was talking to she wasn't even harnessed in yet.
Yeah.
So she basically just, yeah. So the boyfriend's harnessed in, and obviously says, hey, when I say jump, you jump. I guess he just assumed she'd understand that if you're not attached to anything, I'm not speaking to you. He says jump. The boyfriend stayed there. She jumped the hell off.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. She wasn't
And
the
how did
brightest
that end?
girlfriend. It ended the way you think it ends.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Kind of splat, silence,
Oh.
look at each other. I mean,
Not a
there's no
great date.
delicate way to say it. She jumped off a damn bridge, man. But hey, at least she had the courage to jump. All right, your question. Matt Murdock is the alter ego of what superhero?
Is that Daredevil?
Jeez Louise.
One and done, Ari.
How in the hell did you know that?
Nobody watched that movie.
I liked that movie.
Are you kidding?
Was that Affleck?
That was, yeah. Ben Affleck.
All right. Yeah.
I did like it.
Wow, okay. You should
Also
let
a
him
fun
know.
show on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
Is he one of the few actors that's played more than one superhero?
He's played what?
Yes.
Batman. He played
Batman and he played Daredevil. Chris Evans has played the Human Torch and Captain America.
Ryan Reynolds played what? Green Lantern and what's his face?
Deadpool.
Deadpool.
There's another one I'm missing.
Jennifer Gardner, maybe?
No, Gardner was just Elektra.
Another terrible movie. Or did you like that one too, Ari?
No, that one was bad.
Okay.
Yes, I did. I loved Elektra.
Jesus God. All right, Ari.
Sorry.
We're going to give you a 50-50 question here.
Okay.
Did more people survive or die in the Hindenburg disaster?
Survive.
Oh, the humanity.
Yes, indeed. So,
Which is amazing.
Out of 97 total people, it's passengers and crew, 62 survived.
They jumped onto a concrete platform at a air base.
That's one time I would willingly jump when you say, hey, the Zeppelin we're on is on fire and it's going to collide.
Yeah,
you can burn up and crash or just crash. I'm taking the jump.
thanks.
Big Dummy!
You ready, Miles?
Yep.
Hello, Eastwood.
Oh,
welcome to the men's room.
No.
Hola, bitch, hola!
Eastwood, are you sober or not sober?
Come on.
I'm staying sober for you guys.
All right.
What?
All right. Damn, Eastwood. What are you, on parole? All right, you got to do one. Skydiving, bungee jumping, cliff diving, or heli skiing?
I'm gonna go heli skiing, man. I'm a pretty damn good skier. One time I went up on a double diamond up there at Crystal Mountain, and it was like jumping off a cliff. And so I skied the crest, and the trail went away, so I started grabbing trees and circling back and going right and left until I finally had to take my skis off and sit on my butt. And when the opening was open, I just barreled out of there. But yeah, I'd try that heli skiing. I think that'd be great.
Okay.
You can ski?
Of course he can.
Yeah,
of
course, yeah. I'm born here in the state of Washington. We ski. Yeah, I started at Snoqualmie up there at Teen Ski School and been doing it ever since. Back in 1965.
I will be there. Okay. All right, Eastwood. Here is your question. Who is the current bass player for Metallica?
Oh, I know what he looks like.
Right. Everyone knows what he looks like. You'd recognize him on the street, but if you said, say my
I'm
name.
going to say Steve Hill. Steve the Thrill.
It should be.
Is that Trujillo?
Robert Trujillo?
Yes, Robert Trujillo.
Oh.
I wonder if he does that. Like, dude, you're the bass player of Metallica. Yeah, if you want my autograph, tell me my name.
Sometimes I think it's James Hetfield just based on how low he plays his guitar.
Yeah,
sometimes he plays it as low as some guys who play bass, you know, when he sets up.
Yeah, the last time I called you guys, I put my phone on the roof of my car, and when I was all done, I drove off. I drove 14 miles to town, 14 miles back, and my phone was gone. So
it was on the top of your car.
Yeah, well, I know it's pretty stupid. Yeah, right, Mike. But
well, what you got to do is you got to drive real slow with someone else's phone continually calling yours.
I'm putting my phone on Bluetooth because it talks to my car, and I drove around for about an hour, and finally about a mile from my house, it connected with my phone, and I found my phone.
All right. You know, good work. That's actually smart
Most
thinking.
people would not have thought to do that.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm a guy out there, yeah.
All right, Eastwood, your question. Who played the wife of Goose in the movie Top Gun? The wife of Goose in the movie Top Gun.
I don't know. Marilyn Monroe.
No, it's Meg Ryan.
Meg Ryan, you got it, Ted.
Meg Ryan.
She's hot in that movie.
Wife of Goose.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'll do Meg. Yeah. She wouldn't do me, but I'd do her.
I don't think she'd do any of us.
No.
I got that right, yeah.
Like, don't put yourself down on this one.
Yeah, brother. You're not alone.
My birthday's coming up here May 30th. That was the original from 1865 until 1970. May 30th was the original Memorial Day. My mom told me everybody got a day off because I was born, so...
I think everyone needed it.
Everyone
needed it.
Yes, they did.
The world changed that day.
Get away from my ass.
Yeah. That's why you live alone and poop in a bucket in your living room.
All right.
My guts are all straight. I got them kidney stones fractured with that sound waves, man, and I have not been better since. I was down to 112 pounds, man. It was ridiculous.
Eastwood, you still poop in a 5-gallon bucket in your living room, or does that stop?
No, that was when I was doing the kidney stones and stuff, man. I could barely make it. Now I'm all healed up. I got my place all cleaned up, and neighbors mowing the lawn and doing the laundry, and everything's great, man. Except for this idiot that keeps coming and getting my garbage can and putting garbage in the recycle and then moving my can around the yard. I got some miscreant that's messing with my garbage cans. I don't know what that's about.
Get yourself a ring camera there. All right, here's your question. What state is nicknamed the Bluegrass State?
Bluegrass.
That's what the Smurfs call
questionable on why. So it's either on the grass or the style of music that's played there, if that helps.
I'm just going to say Kentucky.
Yeah, got it right. There you go.
That's it. Well done.
Yes,
indeed.
Yes. Game is Big Dummy 206-803-ROCK.
Have we ever talked to Eastwood sober?
That might have been a first.
I mean, for me, it certainly is.
Hear me out, Miles. Maybe the grass, or maybe the music is bluegrass because it starts in Kentucky where they already had Kentucky bluegrass.
Could be.
Or maybe they started calling it bluegrass.
Chicken and egg.
Because they're playing blue. I think Ted's probably right on that, if he had to guess. Because if it came out of Baltimore City, it would have been called concrete. Since no one has a yard there. Hello, Jason. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey.
Hola.
Jason, you on team sober or team not sober?
Team sober. I'm at work.
All right, Jason.
Don't let that stop you.
Yeah, exactly. Men's room poll, do one. Skydiving, bungee jumping, cliff diving, or heli skiing?
Oh, heli skiing all the way.
I did not think that this would do that well.
Well, a lot of people just do that for fun already.
I know.
Yeah, if I could afford it, sign me up. I'd be up there already.
Real quick, says someone on the text line says, will you please explain Eastwood to my son as best you can? He's convinced that he's a character that you guys have told him to be. He does not believe there are real people like him in this world. Brother, we have nothing to do with who Eastwood is. Mm-hmm. Eastwood found the show. Eastwood calls the show. Eastwood's Eastwood. It's an adventure every time.
His name is Eastwood.
Yeah, I mean, it's Eastwood. I don't know what to tell you. Like, that is who he is. If we asked him to be a character, that would not be the character we picked.
I think he looks like Vern, you know?
That's always kind of what I never imagined him having sleeves on. I've never seen the man in my life, but I just imagine just rail thin, no sleeves, somehow still has a full head of hair. Like, shouldn't.
112 pounds now.
Right, 112 pounds. I don't know.
We never met him? I thought we met him before.
When or where?
I don't know. Years ago, I was doing like a Watch the Seahawks with Ted Smith at the Hooters in Tacoma.
All right.
And I remember talking to a gentleman that had a lot to say about Zeppelins.
That had to be him, though. That had to be him.
Like, brought paperwork.
then that had to be easy.
Were there a bunch of Steeler fans in there then?
That was a Steelers bar.
Yeah, it was a Steeler bar.
Watch Steelers. We're on the Steelers bar.
I know where the enemy is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, there's not a Ravens bar in Baltimore in Seattle. Like every team has a bar someplace where they can go college, meetups with alumni associations. Every single NFL team has a bar except for the Ravens.
Is there like an organization? Like Maryland alumni, and I guess fans of Maryland, we have like a alumni.
Organized, right.
But there's not a set bar for every
You'll just
game.
find a place to go. Like, we'll watch the Hoops game here this time or whatever, yeah.
All right, Jason, here's your question. Any color plus white is called a what? Hello.
Jason?
Yeah, yep.
Are you silently thinking about this? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, it cut out on me there. I didn't catch your question.
All right. Any color plus white is called a what?
Any color plus white?
Correct.
Ugh. A blend?
I have no idea. A tint.
Yeah, I don't know.
A tint.
Yes, so if it's a tint.
Yes. That makes sense.
If I pitch a tent, I've added white.
Yes.
I thought it came after that. Yeah. Anyway.
All right, your question. In a standard game of Monopoly, each player starts with how much cash?
Ooh, is it 200?
1,000?
500.
It's 1,500.
Right.
Damn.
Because you get, there's a $500 bill.
Yeah, you're right.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
You get like 500s. And,
A couple hundreds.
Yeah. All right, multiple choice. 1, 2, 3, or 4. How many eyelids does a duck have?
I'm going to go 2.
I'll go 4.
3.
Miles, I got an update on your question.
Yeah.
I found a Baltimore Ravens fans in Seattle on Facebook.
All right.
Most of the posts are just, this game is not scheduled on local TV in the Seattle area. If anybody's interested in meeting in the game, please post in the comments. Not a lot of posting.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
It's basically the same thing every week.
Because I saw there was a chance to sign up for the NFL Network.
Okay.
I'm sorry, the NFL package.
Right.
It was like $200 and some. I'm just like, come on, man. Is there a bar someplace I can go to?
I know, that's all you want.
Please.
But that's one of those weird things. Like, that's easily worth it.
It is, because if I went to a bar every Sunday to watch the Ravens, I'm spending way more than that through the course of a year. Right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, here's your question. What rock star caused a stir in 2007 when he said that he snorted his late father's cremated ashes? Was it Ozzy Osbourne, Keith Richards, Eric Clapton, or David Lee Roth?
I'm going to go with David Lee Roth.
No, it's Keith Richards.
Keith Richards.
And it was about the same exact time
that makes way more sense.
He fell out of a coconut tree.
Mm-hmm. And had to go on medication.
Like a couple weeks apart.
And his only complaint, this is an old man, fell out of a coconut tree, lands on his back, messes up his back. They give him medication to ease the pain. His only complaint about it was, and this is basically paraphrasing, he can't do the bump of cocaine before dinner. I believe
after
it was
dinner.
After, can't do the bump of cocaine after dinner that he always did. Like, goddamn, we've all got problems.
Question number 5, Jason.
Question number 5. Food Network star Ina Gardner is better known as the barefoot what?
Contessa.
Correct.
Very good. Very good. More Big Dummy coming up. Get in there. 206-803-ROCK.
Whether you're doing a dance to your favorite artist in the office parking lot or being guided into Warrior One in the break room before your shift, whether you're running on your Peloton tread at your mom's house while she watches the baby, or counting your breaths on the subway,
Inhaling and long exhale out.
Peloton is for all of us, wherever we are, whenever we need it. Download the free Peloton app today. Peloton app available through free tier or paid subscription starting at $12.99 per month.
Start summer with a $500 Visa gift card. NC Machinery is offering big rewards on small excavators. Grab a Cat Mini excavator and demolish jobs. Dig deep or move material with the smallest line of Cat products. Do more with less. That's right, small is big right now. Big rewards and big savings for your pocket. For a limited time, NC Machinery is offering a $500 Visa gift card, as well as financing of 0% for 36 months for qualified buyers. Now is the time to reward yourself. Terms and conditions apply while supplies last.
99.9 KISW. The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill.
And maybe a little barbecue this weekend. The head chef has what to bring to a Memorial Day party. Ted's Meat Potatoes on the way right after the game. Notice Big Demi. 206-803-ROD.
Hello, Will. Welcome to the men's room.
What's up, my favorite man?
Hola. Will, are you sober or not sober?
On Maryland night. Well, imagine that.
What's that now?
I said I got through on Maryland night, and I didn't hear when you guys were talking about the clan bar or one in Ocean City was called the Bearded Clan.
Yes. Right. Down on second.
Oh, I didn't hear you. I didn't know. Listen, what's up, guys? All right.
Will, are you sober or not sober?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, Will, you going to do one? Skydiving, bungee jumping, cliff diving, or heli skiing?
It's on my bucket list, but I'm afraid of heights, but I wanted to jump out of a plane.
All right, skydiving it is. I know you're
perfectly good point, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Cursed it. I wasn't even there. I know what you said. Yeah.
What's that?
Not you, man.
But you're right, Ted. I did.
Nah.
Good to have you back, brother.
All right, Will, here is your question. Damn, Ted. You're 100% correct. Which Marvel Cinematic Universe character was frozen in ice for 66 years?
Yeah, I don't watch those movies, but I don't know. Iceman? I don't know.
Silver Surfer?
Solid gas, Iceman. No.
Batman.
No.
Captain America.
Oh, yeah, I don't watch the Marvels or them, but I had to give it a try, right?
Exactly.
I thought he was DC.
Who? Captain America?
Yeah.
Dear God, no. He's Marvel, then Ted said Batman, who is DC. Nerds are raging right now.
My bad.
Sorry, Marshall.
All right, your question. The U.S. Army's elite 101st Airborne Division is known as the Screaming what animal?
Screaming Eagles.
No, screaming beavers.
It's the Screaming Beavers.
Screaming beavers is the correct answer. Game is a Big Dummy 206-803-ROD.
I want to name a football team then. The Screaming Beavers. Wait to see my mascot. Hello, Tom. Welcome to the men's room.
Go Buccos.
Hola.
Tom, you from Pittsburgh? Get out. You sober or not sober?
I'm sober. Get out of town.
Get out of here. How's your mom doing? It's been a while since I've seen her.
Doing okay. How's yours?
I took her out one night at my Will's, took her downtown, and we had a great time. All right, Tom, do one. Skydiving, bungee jumping, cliff diving, or heli skiing? What are you taking?
Skydiving.
Skydiving. Okay.
All right. Tom, here's your question. The first satellites to visit Venus, Mars, and Mercury were all named what? Was it Pioneer, Mariner, Apollo, or Gemini?
Pioneer.
Gemini?
Mariner. I figured they named it Mariner because if they were to crash into the ocean, they're like, no, still right. All right, Tom, your question. What word meaning loss of memory comes from the Greek word for forgetfulness?
Is that amnesia?
That is amnesia.
Amnesia. Yeah. Nice work, Tom.
Now, we all know it's Latin for forgetfulness.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROD.
Hello, Craig. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola. Craig, sober or not sober today?
Sober.
All right, Craig, welcome to Big Dummy. Our men's room poll. It's extreme. What are you going to do? Skydiving, bungee jumping, cliff diving, or heli skiing?
Let's go with heli skiing. That sounds fun.
All right. You pretty good skier?
Nope, never been before in my life.
All right, that'll be fun.
I like your spirit, man.
Yeah. Just come down on your back, bro.
Well, to be fair, with skydiving, most people haven't jumped out of planes or jumped off of cliffs or jumped off of bridges, so why the hell not?
Exactly.
All right, here's your question. The Ides of March. The Ides of March refers to the assassination of what Roman emperor on March 15th, 44 BC?
Beware the Ides of March.
Marco Polo.
Julius Caesar.
Julius Caesar.
Yeah, Julius Caesar.
Yeah. He's the one who made the dressing. Mm-hmm. That's his legacy.
Yes. All right, your question. What does Doctor Who's spaceship look like from the outside?
A phone booth.
You got it.
Oh, man. Two in a row.
Yeah.
That's
a
a
whole
spaceship that looks like a phone booth.
From the outside. And then when you go inside, it's considerably larger.
I thought it would have been an owl.
And can you guess what the name, Doctor Who, yes, thank you, Ted. Can you guess what the name of his ship is? Because unless you know it, you would not say this word out loud because it would sound like you're being insulting.
Oh, yeah.
The TARDIS. The TARDIS. The TARDIS,
Big
yes.
Dummy!
Hello, Kevin. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola. Kevin, are you sober or not sober?
I am unfortunately sober until I get done with this terrible commute.
All right, Kevin, no problem.
Feel your pain, dude.
Yeah. Kevin, you got to do one. Skydive, bungee jump, cliff dive, or hella ski. What are you taking?
We're doing skydiving.
All right. Skydiving tied with hella skiing as far as our contestants are concerned.
All right there, Kevin. Here is your question. What animal lives in a warren?
Sorry.
What animal lives in a warren?
Shoot. Go with an iguana. I don't know.
Ah, the old iguana warrens. Nope.
Snake?
Miles, you've killed a family of these.
Bunnies.
Or quail, but yes, bunnies.
Quail.
Yeah, you got to narrow it down.
Yep. I am not good with that.
Or maybe you're too good at it.
I just don't take one out. I take the whole family.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You just erase an entire lineage.
He's got a special deal over at Pet Solutions.
Oh, yeah.
He's like the last guy you want to hear from because he doesn't just have one solution. He has a solution for the whole family.
The whole family. All right, your question, Kevin. Hogsmeade Station provides trains to what school?
Oh, that's got to be easy, right, Mike?
Oh, yeah. Hogwarts.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well done.
Game is Big W, 206-803 Rock.
Hello, Melissa. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Melissa, sounds like you're driving, so I'm going to say that you are sober.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, until I get home.
What do you want to try to do there on the men's room poll? Skydive, bungee jump, cliff dive, or hella ski?
Skydive again.
Skydiving. Okay.
And by the way, someone once pointed the TARDIS is a police box, not a phone booth. Are you reading that text about your wife's book club? Yeah, that's it. All right.
Screaming.
Yeah. All right, your question. What is Indiana Jones searching for in the movie Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade? Simba.
I just recently watched all of them.
You just watched all of these. Come on.
It's the one with Sean Connery.
Sean.
That's his dad, right?
Yes, Sean Connery plays his father.
That's correct.
Ask the question again.
What is Indiana Jones searching for in the movie Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade? Part of the hint is in the title itself.
This is probably the one I've seen the most.
Really? The Sean Connery one?
Yeah.
Okay.
He never calls him Indiana.
Oh my goodness.
What was that?
I don't even know.
His father's acceptance.
Oh, damn.
Wow. That's probably just as hard to find as the Holy Grail, Mike.
That's correct.
Yes, he was looking for the Holy Grail. As in the Last Crusade, you see.
Right, because Indiana, wasn't that the name of the dog?
Yes. What was his name?
His name
John
was... No. Henry Jones Jr. He kept calling him Jr. Thank you, VJ.
So was it Henry Jones?
Yeah.
Henry Jones Jr. Okay.
You know what? Now that I say that, I'm not sure I've seen other Indiana Jones movies besides that one.
I think the first one, my opinion, the first one's the best. It's just the most fun. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Yeah.
You can skip Temple of Doom.
Yes, you can. Boy, that one was stupid. Meet the Jones.
I like that one. Short round.
Yeah, you like that one?
Yeah.
Oh, God, that one. It wasn't terrible.
He was the best part of the movie.
Short round.
The rest of it was garbage.
Yeah, it really was. It was bad. It was bad. All right, your question. Charlie Chaplin, Mary Pickford, Douglas Fairbanks, and D.W. Griffith created what Hollywood production company back in 1919? Charlie Chaplin, Mary Pickford, Douglas Fairbanks, and D.W. Griffith. That's kind of a hint in and among itself.
Go through those names one more time for me.
Charlie Chaplin,
I know Charlie Chaplin.
Mary Pickford, Douglas Fairbanks, and D.W. Griffith.
Oh, man.
It'll make sense when you hear it.
Yeah, that's bugging me.
I don't know. Silent films.
Warner Brothers?
Paramount. United Artists.
Oh.
Damn it.
Right? That's the idea. They got together so they could better represent themselves, hence United Artists.
Okay. Question number 3, Melissa.
All right. Now listen closely. Excluding Kourtney Kardashian, what product began marketing itself as the other white meat back in 1987?
Pork.
Pork. Very good.
That's very good.
Game is Big Dummy 206-803 Rock.
Just let that sink in.
That is just kind of weird. Like, now that I think, I'm used to that slogan, but it's not like, hey, pork's good or this and that. It's just like, where's the other white meat?
Well, I guess their sales were slumping, and at that time, red meat was bad, white meat being chicken, much healthier. So pork finally just said, F that, we're the other white meat, and it helped their sales. That's all people needed to hear.
I'm pro pork.
I'm very pro pork, especially after yesterday, man.
Makes a great burger, yeah.
I'm still thinking about that burger.
God damn, that was good. Hello, Chad. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bichola.
Hola. Chad, are you sober or not sober?
I am sober. Just got off of work.
All right. Chad, welcome to Big Dummy. All right, you're going to do one on our men's room poll. Skydive, bungee jump, cliff dive, or heliski?
Well, I would say cliff dive because my wife wants me to go skydiving, and I jumped off some cliffs before, so cliff diving.
Okay.
Well, like, yeah, my wife wants me to go skydiving, so I'm picking cliff diving.
She'll pack the chute.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, here's your question. What president's death in 1923 made Calvin Coolidge the president?
Oh, my God.
Are you just getting this news?
Let's see here.
It was 1923.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, man.
He's dead?
What?
It's 23 right now, man. Come on.
Oh, yeah, 100 years ago. 100 years ago.
Yeah, 100 years ago. Let's go with Roosevelt.
McKinley?
Warren Harding.
Oh. Warren G. Harding.
Warren G. Harding. Sorry. I want to be confused with that other Warren Harding.
He's the OG.
That's why Warren G. took out his name.
Your eyes are turning brown, Ted.
I know.
Yeah, my nose is getting bigger, too.
All right, Chad.
Dude, credit to him if that's where it came
I know.
from.
I'm probably like, no, it's true, man. All right, your question. When going directly to jail, a Monopoly player is commanded not to do what two things?
Yeah.
You cannot pass go, and you cannot collect $200.
Nice job.
That's your Monopoly.
Very good.
Mama, get on the ground and reach for my gun.
Game is a Big Dummy 206-803 Rock.
We bought a different version. Hello, Andrew. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Andrew, are you sober or not sober?
Sober.
Welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, our men's room poll, you get to do one. Skydive, bungee jump, cliff dive, or heliski?
Heliski.
Heliski it is. Can you ski pretty good?
This is.
I'm okay. By the way, I do want to interject that I want to thank you guys for my favorite day of the week. I love when you guys do Big Dummy. It's my favorite show of the week.
Oh, cool.
Now that you told us this, we're going to start changing the day we do it just to mess with you.
I mean, to your credit, I think we'd all agree. I think it's the best day in here, too.
We all learn something.
Yeah,
and find out how stupid we are.
And it's fun.
It is. It is.
This is going to blow your mind, Ted. His name is Warren Griffin III.
I'll be darned.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah, Warren Griffin.
But both were regulators.
Oh, there you go. There you go. That's a fact.
Yeah. Stamp it, Mike.
All right, your question. What was the first sport to be broadcast on radio? So technically, it's the first sport ever broadcast.
I know the Olympics were televised in the 30s, and I think it would probably be baseball.
Not a bad guess.
Basketball.
Boxing.
Boxing.
I knew it. Like, I knew it wasn't baseball.
That sound you hear is knuckles on another man's face. Welcome to boxing. Two shirtless men sweaty. My God, I'm getting erect. All right. What was the first sport to be televised in the United States?
Oh, in the U.S. Baseball?
I was going to say boxing. If not.
There you go, really?
Exactly. Why not? Game is a Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Mike. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, brothers.
Hola.
Mikey on team sober or team not sober?
Stone, so not sober.
Stone, so not sober. All right, Mike, do one. Skydive, bungee jump, cliff dive, or heliski?
As a person who dislikes heights very much so, I would probably say heliski, but instead of 2 skis, I would replace it with snowboard.
All right, we'll give you that.
Okay.
Well, it's like the only thing that seems to probably be like only like a 20, 30-foot drop, and then you just get to enjoy your way down. Like you said, you flat on your butt.
I mean, you're scared that you're still on top of a mountain. Like on top of a mountain.
But my feet are down.
Fair enough. All right, here's your question. What was the first name of Julia Roberts' character in the Ocean's 11 movies?
I have not a clue.
All right, that's fair enough. Do you know?
Is that Tess?
Tess.
Then she also played Julia Roberts.
Say what?
In the second movie, in Ocean's 12, she played Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts played Julia Roberts?
Yeah, she played Julia Roberts, and then she played Julia Roberts impersonating Julia Roberts. Because that was she ended up being a part of the plan. You see, so that Julia Roberts was going to show up to this area, and Tess looked stunningly
image
like Julia Roberts.
Really, they did that in the movie.
They did that.
That's kind of funny.
I only saw 11.
Yeah.
That was a damn good movie.
A lot of people really crapped on 12, and I rewatched 12, and it deserved some of the critique that it got. But yeah,
all right.
Then 13 really brought it back.
All right, your question. On the Smurfs, what was the name of Gargamel's cat?
Doyle.
Snark. I don't know.
Azriel.
This is my cat, Doyle. I'm going to name my next cat Doyle.
I'm evil. This is Doyle. All right, your question.
Doyle, knock it out.
What does fauna refer to?
Family.
What's that?
Family?
Animal.
That is correct.
Because it's fauna and flora.
Mm-hmm.
Also sounds like a couple hot chicks.
We're going to see flora and fauna tonight. All right, all right, your question.
Sorry.
What did Frosty the Snowman have for a nose?
A button.
Very good. One more? One more.
I thought we were setting them up for the Frosty joke.
Hello, Lisa. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Lisa, are you sober or not sober?
I am sober.
All right, Lisa, welcome to Big Dummy. What are you doing there in a men's room poll? Skydiving, bungee jumping, cliff diving, or heliskiing?
Let's do cliff diving.
Cliff diving. I'm down there with you.
I loved cliff diving when I was younger.
I did too.
When's the last time you cliff dove?
Probably about 15-ish years ago.
All right. And what's the highest that you've jumped? Roughly.
Just 30 feet.
Oh, just 30 feet.
Yeah,
okay. That's a 3-story building.
I've done 45.
Yeah, no, thank you. All right, Lisa, here's your question. What state is known as the Gopher State?
Oh.
Oh, I feel like I should know this. This is the first time I played and I don't know it right off the bat.
Oops. Sure.
Does the college nickname help?
Yes, it does.
The college has the gopher as the mascot.
Golden Gopher.
Mm-hmm.
Golden.
I should know this. I don't know it. So let's guess somewhere in the Midwest. I don't know. Iowa?
Oh, close. Minnesota.
Minnesota.
We just said that, Lisa.
What is that gopher's name? I should know
What,
that.
their mascot?
Yeah.
You're asking me?
I know.
You're like the mascotologist. All right. Your question, what is the third smallest planet in our solar system? It is not Uranus.
The third.
Are we counting Pluto still?
Smallest?
No. Yes, the third smallest. It's not Uranus. Uranus is huge. So I've heard. I've never visited it, but that's what I've heard.
I didn't think the pictures got out. I'm sorry.
They're all over the web, dude.
All over the web.
I believe that. Let's say Mars.
Okay, so Mercury's 1, Mars is 2. It's either Earth or Venus. I'm going to go Earth.
Venus.
Shoot. Venus.
Venus. Rhymes with penis, Lisa.
So that's a tiny
Oh,
one?
my bad.
It's not. It's a little bit smaller
I
than
was going
Earth.
to say, that's why I didn't get it, because it rhymes with something. Never mind.
Yeah, because it rhymes with penis. If it rhymes with penis, Lisa does not know the word. All right.
She doesn't know. Fine.
Your question, Ted will know this one. What meteorological event is traditionally tied to cows lying down?
What is that called? Shooting star. When the
Wow.
stars-
You are overthinking this. Rain.
Rain.
Oh, rain. Just rain, man.
Boy, cows know a lot that's going out in space.
Shooting star, dude. Just lay down.
That makes you feel better. So my mom wasn't too far off
But
base.
it is an old wives' tale, yes. But that's
All
what it's
right.
look. It's tied to that. So I knew you would know the answer.
People from Uniclaw always give me crap.
Eclipse is about to happen, man. The cows are laying down.
All right, your question. What rapper performs at the Mitchapalooza in the movie Old School?
Oh my God. These are all the questions I don't know. I've never seen Old School.
What was brought to you by Stereo City?
He's currently, I feel like he's in a commercial for everything right now.
I just saw a truck go by with him and Martha Stewart on it selling our new wine.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Oh my God. Is it Snoop Dogg?
Yes, there you
Yes,
go.
indeed.
He's very good.
He's about Skechers, Corona.
He's got it all. Couple
Speaker
trays of
City.
weed. Yeah. Head chef on the way. What to bring to those Memorial Day party plans you have? Ted's Meat and Potatoes coming up. You are listening to the Men's Room.
Start summer with a $500 Visa gift card. NC Machinery is offering big rewards on small excavators. Grab a Cat Mini excavator and demolish jobs. Dig deep or move material with the smallest line of Cat products. Do more with less. That's right, small is big right now. Big rewards and big savings for your pocket. For a limited time, NC Machinery is offering a $500 Visa gift card, as well as financing of 0% for 36 months for qualified buyers. Now is the time to reward yourself. Terms and conditions apply while supplies last.
Hey y'all, it's Garth. I love the country music family. I love the country music family of artists and the country music family of songs. Some of the greatest artists to ever grace music are under the flag of country music. And some of the greatest songs in music history are under the flag of country music. The Big 615, you're going to hear the newest that country music has to offer. At the same time, you're going to hear the newest that the country classics have to offer. I want to hear the new single from George Strait, and I want to hear it right beside the new single from Luke Combs. And I think the country music family is one of those families that is very inclusive and wants both the established artists and the new artists to be side by side in this thing we call country music.
Download the TuneIn app from the App Store. That's TuneIn. And by the way, yes, it's free. You can also ask your device to play the Big 615 on TuneIn.
Are you dealing with a personal injury? Don't go it alone. Turn to the experienced team at Phillips Law Firm. Their attorneys have helped thousands of clients get the compensation they deserve. Call Phillips Law Firm now. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
What to bring to that Memorial Day party coming up with the head chef and Ted's Meat and Potatoes. But first, time for a few emails from the Men's Room at KISW.com.
You've got mail. You've got mail.
This one says, birthday wishes for Alec on the 27th of May.
Is Alex singular for Alex?
Please send my warmest birthday wishes to my boyfriend Alec on Saturday, the 27th of May.
Oh, man.
The good news is, Linda, he has a birthday on the weekend, so we can actually enjoy it. The bad news is we don't tell people happy birthday unless we're on the air. Now on to the real birthdays.
And tomorrow isn't promised.
All of Michelle's, I want to give a shout-out. Depends on how we do today. Maybe we get all messed up. Can't make it in. Want to give a shout-out to Matt, 13 years old today. Maybe a pep talk from the coach and a shout-out from Thrill. His new favorite toy is his 4-string bass.
Oh, yeah, brother.
Love you, buddy. That from Sean.
13 years old. Just pep talk on being 13. All right, pretty simple. Don't overthink it. Everybody your age is doing it.
But I'll tell you
Welcome
this,
to your teenage years.
As you are a bass player, man, I totally respect that. But Ted's right. Everyone's doing it, but you're going to do it more than most. Look, I play bass. You can join the band. Join a rock band, man. You think those girls are hot. They don't care about you. Okay? We are bass players, so unless you do the Nikki
There
Six,
are a
where
few.
you create the... Who?
All right, so for one, Duff McKagan. Good-looking guy, right?
Duff McKagan, okay.
His wife is beautiful.
Yes.
You've got John Taylor.
He was in Guns N' Roses.
John Taylor from Duran Duran.
Was he pulling it?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Are you kidding me, John
I don't
Taylor?
know. We'll find out Wednesday when they come into town.
Yeah, man, he's totally good.
But hey, man.
Flea. Yep, there's another one.
You think he's pulling ass?
You know he is.
Did you see that shirt he had on the other day? It says, suck my...
There you go. See?
But yeah, man.
Nikki Six.
Keep playing the bass. My only be a finger guy, man. That's all.
Okay.
Sounds stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, damn it.
Leave the pick at home is what he's saying.
Yes.
Michello, today is my dog Kevin's 30th birthday. Daily listener, he would be ever so pleased if you guys could give him some love on the air. How about a good old-fashioned Joey Chestnut, some dirty Germans, and words of wisdom from Coach Ted about celebrating this weekend and starting a successful new decade in his 30s. As always, thanks, guys, and rock on. That from Dirty Dave in Spanaway.
Joey Chestnut!
Yeah. Since he likes to call you his dog, why don't we do it tonight, doggy style?
Yeah, that's the only way Dirty Dave knows how to party.
All right, 30th birthday. Holiday weekend. It's going to be epic, dude. Yeah, I can tell you about being in your 30s, save more money, maybe work out a little more, but the hell with that. I think you go the chick route here, and you've got a birthday weekend. Sure, today's your actual birthday. Take the week. Can't take the month. You don't be one of those people. But enjoy it. And Sunday night when people are like, yeah, it's in, I don't want to go out. You tell them to hell with that. It's my birthday weekend.
Gentlemen, I want to give a birthday shout out to my younger sister Paris out of Bremerton. She's 31 today. She could get a Obama drop the mic, green beans, and a fish sandwich medley. Also tell her she turned out all right for how many times I dropped her on her head when we were kids. That from her brother James.
Drop the beat. Green bean. What? Green bean.
Okay.
Green bean.
Yeah.
Can I get
a fillet of fish sandwich?
So you know I got
I'll have a fish sandwich.
Oh, brother, can I have a fish sandwich? Put the cheese and the tartar on the side.
I'll order a fish sandwich.
Is it too early for a fish sandwich? Cheese and tartar on the side.
Yeah.
I smell the fish sandwich. Maybe some dinner relish in the morning. At noon. And at night.
Buy you a fish sandwich. So you don't want a fish sandwich?
Michello, today's my handsome husband Scott's 43rd birthday. I was supposed to send in a happy birthday request last year, but I completely forgot. So can he get a, oh my God, what the hell is that, bro, and andro penis, and look out from Alan Thicke as well. I'll definitely owe him some butt tonight. That from Stephanie.
Oh my God, what the is that, bro?
Andro penis.
Look out. And one more from the birthdays. Oh, Michellos, it's my mom, Kathy's 69th birthday today.
Nice.
Amazing woman, mother, and grandma. And even though she was preggo with me at her graduation ceremony at an all-girls Catholic high school, in any case, she deserves a huge shout-out from her Pacific Northwest family while she celebrates back home in Baton Rouge. I'm going to suck it up, Cupcake, drop the beat, and the Dirty Germans. Thanks, guys. That from the Rainy Cajun.
So, suck it up, Cupcake!
Drop the beat.
Yeah, it's your 69th birthday, so of course we're going to celebrate it by doing the 69 position and create a new sibling for your family that has sent this in. But first we're going to put a little cayenne pepper on it.
Yeah, you know, so I've been down there since the Cajun area, so call me Mike the Tiger and play with my boudin balls.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I will play the role of a crawdaddy tonight, and you can suck the head.
All right, guys, here you go.
Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you. BJ.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Time to open wide and sample Ted's meat and potatoes. Now, here's your host, head chef of the Men's Room, the Ted Nugent.
Head chef in the house.
Thank you, folks. Thank you. Good to see everybody out here today. All right, it's going to be a big weekend for cookouts.
You doing any grilling?
I think I'm going to try to do some grilling. Well, Friday evening I'll grill. Maybe Sunday night or Monday afternoon.
Well, I know you. You're probably going to someone's house at least one day for some barbecue.
Correct. Yeah, Saturday I'll be at my friend's house and be like, hey,
exactly.
Hey, maybe you should light up that grill.
What are you doing? What is that? What are you putting on there?
I'll put the sauce on yet.
I ain't going to cook it. I'm just going to tell you how to do it.
Yeah. Well, hey.
That's all right. Do not put the sauce on.
I will be beside you for a lot.
Correct. Well, I saw a friend of mine. Now, granted, this had to be 10, 12 years ago, but he made that mistake. And he looked at me like I was insane. I was like, you can't sauce that chicken yet. He's like, why? And I was like, it's just science, dude. There's a lot of sugar in there, so it's going to burn quicker, and your chicken will be burnt, but it won't be fully cooked.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right.
Sauce it at the end. If you want
science, dude.
Yeah, I know. Well, he's like, you don't know that. I was like, yeah, I do. But a lot of people be invited places, and you got to bring something. Now, sometimes you got to ask the host, depending on who the host is. Some people don't mind. You can bring whatever. But I know some friends that are very particular. They like to set up a menu.
Let me ask you this. If it's summer and they didn't give you any guidelines, what would you bring? Like around the holidays, I know what you're going to bring.
Yeah.
Your sausage dip's going to be a hit, right? We know. But summer is such a different, if you just have to guess the side, like what would be your initial, they didn't give you any guidelines, you just go, oh man, what should I bring?
This time of year, I generally there's a broccoli salad I like to make.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking like pasta salad.
Pasta
something like
salad,
that.
Or I always forget. What's the other long grain that's pretty good that comes in a salad? Orzo?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good salad, too.
Not as I thought I would hate orzo salad. I don't like it, but I don't hate it.
I'm bringing the grill appetizer.
Which would be?
Either shelled shrimp with an Old Bay kind of marinade that you can just throw on the grill real quick before you start cooking your real stuff, or Old Bay chicken wings on the grill.
You know, my wife makes a lot, and they're tremendous, man. The cheese-stuffed prosciutto-wrapped jalapenos.
Oh, yeah.
That's another
can't
go wrong with that.
Yeah, you really cannot.
Just get those seeds out.
Yes.
Also, if you want a good orzo recipe, the one I follow a lot is I go to QFC. This time of year, they have it in the deli case. You just get like a pound of it, and then you transfer it to a bowl at your house.
Yes.
That's key.
Same with deviled eggs. You can buy them on a platter, but put them on your own plate.
Right.
Put them in your own Tupperware. They don't need to know.
Exactly.
Potato salad, macaroni salad.
And some of the things they're recommending here, honestly, could show up at almost any function.
All right.
Because number one, they just said cocktail meatballs.
Sure. Right. Can't go wrong.
And they're right. I just think when I make like that jelly chili one, I feel like that's more of a holiday meatball. Whereas like this time of year, you could just throw in a jar of marinara.
Agreed.
Probably good,
Yeah.
Because you'll probably have buns if people are grilling, so you can make a sandwich.
You know what? You could. And you're a Smith at heart sometimes. But this is more of just toothpicking it.
Yeah, gotcha.
You could also, honestly, this time of year, you could just put in whatever your favorite barbecue sauce is and just put them in there. Generally, if I'm making meatballs at home, I'm just going to cook frozen meatballs and throw them in there.
Mm-hmm. Also, if you make them the night before, allow the crock pot to get just a little bit cool. You can transport it in your car. Mm-hmm. As soon as you get there, plug it in and heat it up.
Correct.
And you're pretty well good. I mean, you even tie put a bag around it and tie the top. That way you know that even if it spills, it's not going to spill all over your car.
Yeah. Second they have on this list is they said potato skins.
Ooh.
Now, that takes a little more effort to make those at home.
Right.
A ton of effort.
Correct.
That's the only thing, man. Like, if it's a big, massive thing you're doing, I'd be more committed to putting that kind of time
If you
in.
had a deep fryer, that would be be great because you should technically deep fry the potato skin before you start to build it.
Now, the next on the list, these are sides you could bring to a cookout, specifically Memorial Day. I love these. I have never made them yet. I actually showed Thrill's wife, a guy on Instagram, hoping she would make this recipe at some point.
I see how you did that.
You're so transparent.
Check this out.
Yeah.
I was like, Ted wants you to check this guy out. And she's like, I understand why. I said, okay.
Sausage balls.
Yeah.
You know?
So meatballs just made out of sausage.
Sausage balls are a little bit different, though. There's usually going to be flour, cheese, ground pork, sausage.
Yeah,
So you can replace the pork with tofu, tempeh, vegan sausage if you want. I don't know how to explain it. The sausage ball feels almost more like I know some people use like Bisquick in there.
Yeah.
So not quite the same as a meatball. Somewhere between like
it's a little more decadent, man.
It is.
It's a lot heavier for sure.
It is. Those are ones you got to be careful of.
Like a croquette.
Obviously, this one made the list. Potato salad.
Yeah, for sure.
Pretty simple.
Don't make it at home.
No.
It's hard. If you don't get the potatoes right, you're screwed. Go pick it up at Whole Foods and then put it in your own container.
I will say this though, homemade potato salad is awesome. My mom makes a great one, but
if you know how to make it,
you gotta very specifically know when those potatoes are done. Because if they're too mushy, they suck, and if they're hard and crunchy, they suck.
I know. And the only thing you can do once they're too mushy is mashed potatoes. There's no coming back, or potato lockies. So you have a couple of options, but once you get past that point of mushiness, you're screwed.
By the way, Ted, someone says, wow, Ted, I did not know that about the sweet sauces and grilling. That's good to know. So you really don't want the sweet marinade. Yeah, it's honest to God, because the sugar will caramelize.
No. Correct, and you can use it. It's just when you put, I'm just thinking about like chicken or like anything like
ribs.
You got to cook that stuff first.
Right. Wait until it's almost done.
Right. You don't want to sauce it towards the end. Right. A lot of times, if you see guys cooking like boneless thighs and stuff, like they'll cook them on the grill, do this and that, then they'll put sauce on them, and then get that kind of crispiness at the end.
Always good to have a dry rub at first. So start with a dry rub, then sauce after.
Deviled eggs makes the list.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. My favorite.
We have this conversation all the time, but it still shocks me that deviled eggs are like a summertime thing. I mean, I'm with it.
Well, I've seen them at Easter. Well,
they show up at Easter. They show up almost any time of year. You're right. But it seems like Easter's like deviled egg season. And then it's like July 4th, got to have deviled eggs. It's just odd to have an egg and mayonnaise product sitting outside.
In the sun. Right. Yeah, exactly.
Correct. This one's pretty easy. Guacamole or guacamole dip.
Sure. Guacamole.
Look, there's a ton of recipes online. Some are a little more intricate. Some are very simple to make guacamole at home. I mean, the fastest way I've ever seen is just you put an avocado in a bowl, throw in a little pico, a little dollop of mayonnaise, and boom.
Yeah. You can't go. Finely chopped shallots aren't bad either.
Shallots is a good call. The fanciest of the onion.
Yeah. So it's like a little mini red onion. Yeah.
Speaking of fancy onions, onion dip.
French onion dip for chips and stuff?
Yeah, French onion dip works.
Yeah,
they're saying onion dip. I mean, in general, you could make it at home. I will tell you this. Mike knows the same thing. I don't know how to explain it. You could onion dips everywhere. You could buy jars of it, sure. But even if you just mix Lipton onion soup and sour cream,
that's the one.
And no one complains.
And people are like, "This is so much better."
And do it the night before because they have the hard onions in there, so they need to kind of congeal a little bit and settle.
Correct. And honestly, if you don't like onions that much, like me and my brother my family was spoiled with my mother, but like she would make him a special onion dip that didn't have the full pack.
Okay.
All right. For crying out loud.
This one's pretty simple. Watermelon.
Yeah. And if you really want to be adventurous, like drain a bottle of booze into it the night before.
I was going to say scoop and pour.
Yeah.
You could also grill it. I would also recommend, Tajin? The Mexican spice they put on fruit.
I have it at home, and I'm not.
You can put that on anything.
Yeah.
You can. I've only ever put it on fruit, though.
I use that on everything.
Yeah.
My wife just put it on something that was not fruit. I cannot remember what we ate, but she used it.
Mexican corn.
Made a difference, man.
It is great on Mexican corn.
These are some side dishes you could bring to Memorial Day cookout. And you said some ice cream.
You know what? That's 100% true.
Yeah.
I'm not going to turn it down.
Right, that's the thing.
Everyone knows you didn't make it.
Or like just a couple of packs of drumsticks or
ice cream sandwiches.
Or just anything that's
Every
individual.
adult will revert to it. My wife bought drumsticks for the kids. My kids maybe got 2 of them.
Yeah.
Once we found them in the freezer.
Oh, they have mini ones. They have mini ones.
That's
too.
what we got.
Oh, they're great.
We were crushing them.
Yeah, I'll eat 2 of these instead of 1 of the regular. Now I've on 3 of the minis.
Now, the last on the list is an alcoholic beverage. I would also say, if you don't drink, that's fine. If you are a beer drinker, even though they might have beer, I always like to show up with more beer.
Let me guess. Are they just saying alcoholic beverages?
No. I'm just saying, I don't think it's ever bad to bring beer or wine to a cookout. They're saying, though.
Sangria.
Yeah, exactly.
For summer.
Great call.
As soon as you said it, I'm like, you know what? I just feel like when the summertime comes, someone shows up at our place, they have made sangria. And they made it more potent than it needs to be.
And bring what you plan on drinking.
Oh, absolutely.
I would also say in this area, if you ever drink, if you ever go to Leavenworth or whatever, what is that winter drink, the mulled wine or whatever? Yeah. You could pour a bottle of that over ice and basically serve it as sangria.
The only thing you take home that you bring is your Tupperware container.
Because it should be empty.
You can bring a case of beer. If you only drink 2 of them, the case stays. But bring your Tupperware home because you know what? It puts a lot of pressure on the host to try to return everyone's Tupperware.
I don't know if this is true, and you guys are probably more down to try this than me, but somebody says if you put sugar on cucumber, it tastes pretty much like watermelon. Says, learn that from my nephew.
Okay.
That's not a bad call.
It makes sense when I'm thinking about it. Like, that actually makes sense.
I've had watermelon grilled. It's pretty good.
All right.
Yep. Thank you, Head Chef. We appreciate it. You're listening to The Men's Room.
Whether you're doing a dance to your favorite artist in the office parking lot or being guided into Warrior One in the break room before your shift, whether you're running on your Peloton tread at your mom's house while she watches the baby, or counting your breaths on the subway,
inhaling and long exhale out.
Peloton is for all of us, wherever we are, whenever we need it. Download the free Peloton app today. Peloton app available through free tier or paid subscription starting at $12.99 per month.
Start summer with a $500 Visa gift card. NC Machinery is offering big rewards on small excavators. Grab a Cat Mini excavator and demolish jobs. Dig deep or move material with the smallest line of Cat products. Do more with less. That's right, small is big right now. Big rewards and big savings for your pocket. For a limited time, NC Machinery is offering a $500 Visa gift card, as well as financing of 0% for 36 months for qualified buyers. Now is the time to reward yourself. Terms and conditions apply while supplies last.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
All right, coming up here in just minutes, we'll drink a toast with a shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, quick check-in with Mike Honk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Good news, fellas. Taco Bell is bringing back the Enchilada.
I'm not sure that I remember what that is.
That was the one that was in the aluminum tray. It was like
It's a wet enchilada?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Or wet burrito, I guess?
Yeah. You know, the fact that they call it an enchilada means that it's somewhere between an enchilada and a burrito. That, yes, it's a wet burrito. It's wrapped in a tortilla. It's got meat. It's got vegetables, cheese, and sauce on top.
The thing I read today, they said, they're bringing it back after 20 years, and in those 20 years, Taco Bell fans have had to suffer through 62 other items made with the exact same ingredients.
No kidding.
Oh, yeah. Right. You know what I mean?
And the thing is like, we make fun of that. That's a phenomenal combination.
It is. It's good, man.
Like, I don't care what Taco Bell comes out with. I'll get the new one, and yeah, it tastes like the old stuff. But doggone it, I love it.
I know. I'm right there with you, man. They do.
When are they going to bring back the Mexi Melt?
What was the Mexi Melt?
It was like a small burrito with Man, I gotta look it up. I just remember that was the thing back in the day. We were like high school, and you get like a bunch of bean burritos and a bunch of Mexi Melts.
I will tell you, man, there is nothing that sounds better on a Saturday night, you know what I mean, than just running through the Taco Bell drive-thru.
Yeah, all right. They count on your habits.
I am rarely happier than when I am home with a giant-ass bag of Taco Bell.
The Mexi Melt was just ground beef, melted cheese, flour tortilla, but it had pico de gallo in it.
I think I'm the only person who's into Taco Bell for breakfast/lunch.
I love Taco Bell breakfast.
Well, they don't have the breakfast where I go. They don't have that menu item because it's not open until 10. But I go in there and get a couple tacos at 10. Bring them in.
Okay, so the item that I tend to like is the Crunch Wrap, which I know that it tends to get overrated from time to time, but I dig the Crunch Wrap. They have a California breakfast Crunch Wrap.
Avocado?
Yeah. Okay. It's almost guac at that point. It's got hash brown, it's got egg, got sausage in it. Doggone it, dude. It's fantastic. Anywho, now there's Arizona iced tea. There is now Arizona iced tea flavored ice cream.
I don't know if I want that taste in my ice cream. I mean, if you do,
iced tea's fine, but it's not the flavor. It's refreshing to drink.
To be honest,
I don't know if I'm trying to replicate that flavor in other things.
But if you are, that's good news. I'm not one of those people.
I will say that you guys remember when we tried mochi? That stuff that was wrapped in like the rice dough.
Yeah.
And then we had one that was like lavender or something like that. It had a flower to it. So that's changed me a little bit. I'd be interested to see what a tea flavored ice cream.
Well, lavender ice cream is pretty good.
Yeah. So
I mean, you're eating a flower.
Has anybody tried the Arizona hard teas?
I haven't seen commercials. I've not tried.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dude.
I know. Well, they were only in Canada for a while, but I think they're selling them in the States now.
I think the thing I'd want to try is the Simply.
What is the alcohol?
The spiked Simply things.
Yes, those are big at the Mariner game right now.
Because Simply juices are very, very good. So when I saw their spiked thing, I'm like,
yeah, they're all the peach ones are all over the Mariner games.
They're malted beverages.
Oh, gotcha.
Like hard seltzers.
Okay.
Yeah, you're going to Canada to get some.
I should, dude. That's I love Arizona teas. Like I have yet to have an Arizona tea. Is the regular one the honey and ginseng one? Is that the standard Arizona
Whatever
tea?
the standard green can is.
Yeah, that's the honey and ginseng, which I love that one.
All right.
I love their Arnold Palmer. It's fantastic.
Yeah, good call. I had your Arnold Palmer. That one I like.
I like Arizona tea, man. Fun fact: there is nothing that requires it to be sold for 99 cents.
They just put it on the can.
They put it on the can, so.
Right.
Go ahead, fight it. There's a few claims that the new weight loss drug Ozempic might make you poop the bed.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
Might make you poop a lot of places.
30% of people that take Ozempic that have that. Why don't they put that in the commercial? Oh, Jesus.
I mean, it sounds like a great weight loss method. At the end of the day, it's just calories in, calories out.
Yo, that's the bed, but you drop the weight.
The world's largest T-shirt was just unveiled in Romania. I don't know that there's anybody alive that can wear this doggone thing because it's 375 feet tall and 241 feet wide.
No, there is no one on this planet that can wear that.
I think they unveiled it on a soccer pitch.
So they did it for the sake of doing it.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Have at it.
It's killing ill.
It's a little snug.
I'm trying to you see my
Oh, they're setting the record. Yeah, I mean, nobody's wearing that.
Right.
Jack.
I barely fit.
It's a little tight around the chest.
I'm Shazam, you know. Oh, sorry, cause I am.
I could wear it as a crop top.
People won't see me in the crop top. They always say, Zach, why can't we see your belly?
Go Bond.
I put Go Bond on my belly button. My belly button's the size of a basketball hoop. I lay on my back like kids slam dunk the basketball right in my belly.
Oh, damn it. Whew. A new study found that breathing a little less oxygen may help you live longer.
Breathing less oxygen.
You have a choice. Here, I'll just breathe these particles.
So they were saying like people that live in like higher altitude.
I'm sitting here being like,
well, it definitely thins your blood.
And I wonder if that's part of it.
I mean, as far as heart disease and all these things where you have clogged arteries and everything else, I mean,
it just slows everything down.
No, well, it speeds it up.
Oh, speeds everything up, man. There we go. We talked early this week. You guys had a little fun with me making sourdough bread over the weekend, but I told you it was because I had a bit of a crisis because I consider making bread to be one of those basic life skills that really I should know just in case things go down. But there's a lot of those underrated life skills that everybody should know, which takes us to
The Men's Room Top 10. The Men's Room Top 10.
10 harmful life lessons most people struggle to unlearn. As a kid, if I had a conflict with a friend, my parents would tell me never to talk to them again because they weren't a real friend.
This isn't the right one. Doggone. I knew that was going to happen. That's why I did this. You ready for this? Hang on. I already set it up because I was ready.
The Men's Room Top 10.
Update my Adobe, damn it.
The Men's Room Top 10.
10 underrated life skills everyone should know. How about this one? Learning to mind your own business. Now, sure, if someone's getting robbed and you can stop it, then go do a good deed and be a good human being. Otherwise, leave me the hell alone.
Yeah.
So we try to.
But you keep on busting in here.
Yeah. What's yours, Mike?
My underrated life skill that everyone should have?
Yeah.
So these are 10 underrated life skills that everyone should have. I don't have a doggone one, Miles.
Okay.
Number 10, self-defense. You know what? Maybe I got a little bit of self-defense there. It's a skill that can empower you and enhance your personal safety.
Well, sure.
And there doesn't have to be anything overarching about that. Just know how to.
Sometimes also it can give you unnecessary confidence.
Correct. And that's why I'm glad that I learned self-defense early on in my life. You know, I took Taekwondo classes when I was a kid. So it's like I got.
What kind of bread do you get if I bake Taekwondo?
Taekwondo.
I hope it's like a potato-based bread.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Number 9, problem solving. Problem-solving skills are essential in navigating challenges in various aspects of life. Developing the ability to analyze problems, identify potential solutions, and implement effective strategies can help you overcome obstacles to achieve your goals.
They called that math when I grew up.
It's not just math, though. It's analyzing any problem that you have. It's not just numbers. It's not just X's and O's. It's actual, looking at what you got going on. And that is one life skill that I am proud to say that I have, that if stuff hits the fan, I have a mild panic that's way in the back of my head.
Everybody does.
But take a deep breath. There is stuff that has gone out over the airwaves. There is stuff that has gone wrong that in my position, I have to take a deep breath like it's already effed. We have already screwed this up. It's already going out wrong. Right. What is going wrong? Analyze. First off, how do we make it stop? Can we change it to something else?
Stop it first.
There was one time during the pandemic, not during the pandemic, but during our syndication where we beamed in the wrong doggone show.
Good for them. It was probably better.
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
it was some overly political doggone show,
no
dude.
Way.
And there was it was hard hitting news and crap like that. And so there was actually a live video that went out not terribly long ago where my face kind of hits panic mode, like this is not right. But it's one of those things where you just kind of have to shut everything down, fix the problem. Panic about it later. You can go ahead and take a sweat and take your licks later after it's done. But
deal with it.
Right. Fix the problem, then panic about it. Number 8, basic cooking. That's where I showed up there. Cooking is a valuable skill that goes beyond simple preparing meals. Knowing how to cook always allows you to make healthier choices, control your diet, and save money by avoiding excessive takeout or dining out expenses. I will tell anybody, man, go out and find a cookbook. Something that sounds good to you.
Sure.
The cookbooks that my wife, the plethora of cookbooks that my wife has that I have no interest in cooking anything in. She has cooked a handful of things that are absolutely delicious that I would love. So that's why I say find any cookbook. If it sounds remotely good,
it's
make it.
Not the best job I had, because that would be a complete lie. But the most beneficial job I had, as far as the life skill, was cooking. It wasn't a goal of mine. That's not what I wanted to do. But by the time I was done with that, I'm like, man, I'm glad I did that, because whatever ingredients we have, I can make a meal.
Also, not that it gets much credit, people don't go there, but the French art of cooking is kind of like the basis, I think, of a good building block. So if you can cook sauces, if you can start bases, I think that's a good place to start as far as learning to cook.
But you don't need sauce if you can't cook a damn egg or a protein or something like that.
I got sauce.
Right, you're not wrong. It is good to learn that stuff, but some people really just can't cook.
Right. And man, jump in the kitchen with your folks, with anybody who knows how to cook, and just learn a few basic things. Like I said, make eggs. Something small. Make pancakes.
Ask or watch. Most of my cooking skills are just from watching my mother cook.
Yes.
God, I'm trying to think of
the sourdough that I made. I did it all on YouTube videos, making a starter because in the event that everything goes down, there's no grocery stores. I can't go to the grocery store and get a starter. I need to know how to make a starter.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Which goes even further, like, how do you make flour? Which I found out, you just grind the living hell out of something.
That is correct.
I saw my wife made oat flour. I was like, holy crap, that's how it's done. Number 7, emotional intelligence. These are 10 underrated life skills that everyone should have. Emotional intelligence refers to the ability to recognize and manage your own emotions while understanding and empathizing with others. It involves self-awareness, self-regulation, empathy, and strong interpersonal skills.
I agree with that, but I think that's out the window right now.
It's not out the window. We need to do better about checking it. We really do. It's not out the window. We need to frickin' muscle up. We cannot lower the bar. We need to raise the bar on that one. I will fight you on that one, Mr.
All right. No, hey, man, that's the fight I want you to have.
Damn right.
That is the fight I want you to have, man.
Nowadays, look, it's tough sometimes to control your temper.
Yes.
But some of the stuff you're talking about, I think those people know damn well. They're just yelling to yell.
They're yelling because you can get away with it now.
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot of it.
Right.
Once you establish that being an idiot is perfectly okay, people will act like an idiot. Whatever you lower the bar to, that is what people will do.
I wonder why that happened.
Yeah, no.
I will say, man, we as a society, we don't deserve the comment section. And that is probably the biggest proponent is the frickin' comment section. You know what was
that's all social media is.
Right. And you know what was the proof that we couldn't handle the comment section? The men's public restroom. Because I was in men's public
restroom.
I did. The men's public restroom, because I was in one not terribly long ago, and I started reading the crap. I was like, this stuff has been here long before the internet and the comments section, and this ignorant, weird crap has always been here, but now it's on the internet where people are taking it seriously.
Ready?
No, it's not, man. Just leave it be. Just leave it be. Number 6, basic home repair. It says knowing basic home repair skills can save you time, money, and hassle. From fixing a leaky faucet to patching a hole in the wall, having knowledge and competence to tackle simple repairs can be empowering, absolutely. If it's something major, call in a professional. But if it's a Band-Aid on something that's going on, check out a couple of videos.
I have seen an inch by inch hole in my wall. Easy patch. Not easy to repair.
Not easy to repair at all.
I have been able to replace sinks, faucets, all kinds of different things. Easier than not. So you just kind of got to go through it and then call a professional.
Right. Exactly.
For me, it's easy. I just call VD.
Yeah.
Yo, man.
Me too. When I needed my faucet repaired,
that's why I called him.
And you know what he's doing? He's looking at YouTube videos.
He might be.
No, but here's the difference. So what? He knows more than I do.
He pays attention to detail.
He's got the tools.
I do not.
And plus, when he gets into the sink, I get to look at his ass.
That's right. 10 underrated life skills everyone should have. Number 3, effective communication. Communication is fundamental life skill that can enhance your personal and professional relationships. Number 2.
That's something I always imply to my
Go back
kids.
to number 4.
You are clearly just lazy human beings. Either that or I am a complete sucker.
I made an erroneous statement. VD and studio, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello. Both of those things are true.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I don't buy places that need everything done to them.
Number 2, basic first aid. Having basic first aid knowledge is crucial for everyone. It's a skill that often goes unacknowledged. That is one that I do pride myself. I did take a first aid merit badge. I excelled in first. I studied a lot of first aid when I was in.
I got a first aid merit badge.
Okay, but I paid attention to that crap. I started not crap. Sorry, I paid
attention to that life-saving horse ass.
I paid attention to what I was learning. I've done a lot of things that had to deal with first aid. Now, am I a doctor? Hell no. Am I a first responder? Technically, if I'm the first one there. But it's a lot of basic. It's a lot of critical thinking. Stop the bleeding.
You look at someone and you just say, "Man, you're gonna die."
Right.
I mean,
okay, back to Boy Scouts. Would you apply a splint to someone?
Yes.
No, you carry their ass out of there. They've already proven that wrong.
That's why I made Eagles, Miles.
All right.
And the
Eagle Scout.
Yeah, you can't.
Yes, I can.
Just give them your. I'll set that bone back.
Yes,
give
them your bandana.
Okay, Dr. Mike.
And the number 1 underrated life skill that everyone should. Sorry, Miles. Love you, brother. Number 1. Basic sewing, they say. Sewing is a practical skill that often goes overlooked in today's fast-paced world. Knowing how to sew a button, repair a small tear, or hem a pair of pants can save you time, money, and frustration. Just like my doggone tux pants that went out this year. The hem went out.
The what went out?
The hem.
Oh, the hem.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I think on dress pants, you got to take that in.
Agreed.
I mean, it's different if you're patching up a pair of shorts or jeans or
But
something.
again, it depends on your skill. I hand things to my wife. Fix this!
I'll tell you when it doesn't help. A few years back when you go down to Portland, then you bust your ass right out of your tux pants. That's just weird.
You bend over?
I did. I bent over to pick something up. Something spilled on the floor, and I bent down. It just blew the damn thing open. Luckily, thank God for my auction company. They gave us all, in those little swag bags, like after a workshop or something like that. There was a little sewing pack, and I went into the bathroom and I just did a crap job.
All those things
putting that thing back together.
You should have one of those in your job kit at all times.
No kidding, man. A man in Illinois is in the news for his interesting choice of transportation to the airport. Miles,
I heard about that. I guess you're going to tell us at 5:50.
You are an absolute genius.
All right, in the meantime, let's get a contestant live for Profile This at 206-803-ROCK.
Start summer with a $500 Visa gift card. NC Machinery is offering big rewards on small excavators. Grab a Cat Mini excavator and demolish jobs. Dig deep or move material with the smallest line of Cat products. Do more with less. That's right, small is big right now. Big rewards and big savings for your pocket. For a limited time, NC Machinery is offering a $500 Visa gift card, as well as financing of 0% for 36 months for qualified buyers. Now is the time to reward yourself. Terms and conditions apply while supplies last.
Hey there, it's your friend Stormy Warren here, and I want to invite you to my new home, the Big 615, exclusively on TuneIn. So what is the Big 615? Well, simply put, it's the official home of country music broadcasting live from Nashville to the world. Download the TuneIn app from the App Store. That's TuneIn. And by the way, yes, it's free. You can also ask your device to play the Big 615 on TuneIn. Get the latest on country music, from your favorite artists to the hottest songs climbing up the charts. Oh, and it's commercial free. That means a whole lot more music and a whole lot more country. Hear it all on the Stormy Warren Show, weekdays from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central. Download the TuneIn app from the App Store. That's TuneIn. And by the way, yes, it's free. You can also ask your device to play The Big 615 on TuneIn. And I look forward to having you join me on The Big 615.
This is your country station.
The Big 615.
Have you or a loved one been injured in an accident? Are you struggling to recover fair compensation? Look no further. At Phillips Law Firm, the experienced personal injury attorneys will fight for your rights and get you the justice and compensation you deserve. They handle a wide range of cases, including car accidents, slip and falls, medical malpractice, and workplace injuries. Justice is a phone call away, so don't wait. Call today for a free case review. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hey, it's Mike Hawk. Join me every Thursday at 1 p.m. exclusively on the Odyssey app as we go live with Odyssey. Join in on the action as we cover interesting facts, top 10 lists, and some fun new games. Follow the Men's Room page on the Odyssey app and join in all the fun Thursday afternoons at 1.
Couple of minutes of drinking time.
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the Men's Room knows just who it is. So to you, we say... Bottoms up, sailor! You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Stephen Throwhill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And today we toast ESPN baseball announcer Tom Hart. So listen, last night he's calling the Vanderbilt-Auburn college matchup. And during the bottom of the 8th inning, I want to say, what, 16 innings? Something like that?
Yep.
They're at the bottom of the 8th inning, but the game had been dragging out. And Tom had an unfortunate slip of the tongue. Listen, when you're a broadcaster, and I don't care if you do what we do, if you work on TV, whatever it might be, every once in a while, your mouth gets in front of what you're trying to say.
Sure.
You get your letters mixed up, and if you're in a bad situation, you still form words. It's just words that would get you fired from your job. So he was trying to say, quote, you can't turn back the clock. That's what he wanted to say. You can't turn back the clock. And he got real close to pulling it off. But I'll let you listen, see if you can figure out what he may have said. Keep in mind, there was a brother at bat on screen when he said this.
We can't turn the we can't turn the clock back. I know it's after midnight. We can't turn the clock back and turn it back into the mid-'80s.
I'll play that for you.
Whitey Herzog team.
One more time. Just take a listen. See if you can figure out
Then
what
he brings up Whitey Herzog.
Right. You can't turn the
Just a step on
we
it.
can't turn the clock back. I know it's
The
after
black
midnight. We can't turn
back.
the clock back.
He got his
and turn it
L
back into the mid-'80s.
mixed up between the words.
Whitey Herzog.
So you can't turn a black, clock without an L back. But to his credit, man, I like that he just stayed smooth, and at some point he even said, like, hey, guys, it's after midnight, I'm tired. And he kept going.
So
with
are the players on the field.
Yes. So we pour this booze, and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy!
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola, bichola!
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
Hey, Stephen Throwhill, could you please tell everyone how Profile This is played?
I sure as hell can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Eric. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Boo, bitches.
Hola. All right, Eric, you understand how this here game is played?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. You have your choice of one of 4 categories. We have the wonderful world of drugs. We have interior decorating, where you guess the foreign object that ended up on the inside of someone. We have hit me with your best shot, where you guess the unconventional weapon that someone chose to use as a weapon. And new just this week, Animalize This, where you guess the animal responsible for causing the problem.
Oh, definitely Animalize This.
Frickin' Draymond. All right, here is the story. We go to Massachusetts, where a family had an unusual awakening when the loud noises outside of their home turned out to be a wandering animal. Sherry DeLuke said that the motion camera at her home alerted her to a ruckus outside the house at 6:45 a.m., and she discovered the cause was an animal, quote, loitering in her yard. She said the animal left the area after about 10 minutes. Well, the animal control officials, they said the animal then made its way to a nearby church. Quote, she was definitely stressed and overheated, attempted to jump a fence, but was unsteady on her feet and collapsed. Well, the animal was eventually sedated with the help of the Massachusetts Environmental Police, the Massachusetts Division of Fish and Wildlife, and Westford Police Department, and the Westford Fire Department. 4 different departments showed up to get this thing down. They sedated it. Not sure what they did at that point. They loaded the animal into a truck. Maybe they took it to a zoo. Maybe they released it. Don't know. The question is, what was the animal making a ruckus in her yard? Was it a moose? Was it a zebra? Was it a monkey or was it a cougar? So moose, zebra, monkey, or cougar?
For some reason, I want to say zebra, but Ted, what do you think?
Where'd you say it was?
Massachusetts. Massachusetts, where all of those things you expect to see all the time.
Because my dad was born and raised there. That's the fun part about this.
So you're thinking zebra, huh?
And I've been to Massachusetts a bunch. But it can't be a zebra because it climbed.
Didn't climb. They said it was trying to jump over the fence.
Oh, all right. Man, I have no idea what to go on here. I've been wrong all week. But just for fun, you know, I said cougar yesterday or cat. I'm sticking with big cats. I'm going cougar.
Ted's going cougar. Eric, what are you thinking?
You know, I'm thinking zebra. I'm going to go zebra.
I am joining you on the zebra tip. It just sounds so ridiculous. That's got to be it.
I want it to be true.
What was in the yard? A moose, a zebra, a monkey, or a cougar? We'll find out next.
That was a tease. Whether you're doing a dance to your favorite artist in the office parking lot, or being guided into Warrior One in the break room before your shift, whether you're running on your Peloton tread at your mom's house while she watches the baby, or counting your breaths on the subway,
Inhaling and long exhale out.
Peloton is for all of us, wherever we are, whenever we need it. Download the free Peloton app today. Peloton app available through free tier or paid subscription starting at $12.99 per month.
99.9 KISW. We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
All right, Category 10 profile. This is a brand new one. Animalize this. Massachusetts family had a wild animal. Wake them up outside in their yard at 6 a.m. Animal eventually got out, and of course, what would any good animal do? They headed to a church.
Of course.
Question is, was it a moose, a zebra, a monkey, or a cougar?
And Eric, that is the very question that we posed to you. Let us start with Ted Smith.
Damn it.
Ted, you have not done great this week, and you're still not. It was not a cougar.
All right.
Now, Eric, you said zebra. You were willing it to be a zebra. Miles Montgomery agreed with you that it is, in fact, a zebra because that would just be stupid.
Oh, no.
It was not a zebra. Believe it or not, in my opinion, it was the least exciting of these animals. It was a moose.
In Massachusetts.
I still don't know that.
Must be western, like Springfield area, somewhere.
I mean, that would make the most sense. You could see him just coming over the border from Canada.
Yeah, of course. He had his papers and everything.
Exactly. Play some Rush, dude. Now, for all TV news all the time, it's time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
Now, look, live news is great. Live news also provides the most amount of kind of funny stuff.
Sure.
Simply because, credit to live news, there's a bunch of them. You got morning shows, you got evening news, there's nighttime news. You know,
noon.
Right, every city has all these news.
Starting at 4:30 a.m., we're first.
Every country has them. So let's travel to Australia. Now, this guy, he's out at a like a I don't know if it's a farm or like a game reserve.
It's a farm.
There's a lot of fresh animals and fresh dew.
G'day, Timmy. Beautiful morning there.
Oh, it's smelly.
Yes, the air is very fresh here this morning, Carl. I can confirm. My goodness me. Whew, we've got some cattle that we're hand feeding. Sorry. I got a case of the gags happening here, but I'm sorry. I'm such a city slicker because the smell of some of the animals, they're beautiful, but the smell, I mean, this one just keeps turning around on me and I'm not sure how I feel about I'm really sorry, everybody.
Toughen up, Tim. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame
trying
him.
not to wrench.
That guy, he is having a hard time.
Well, he's at a real farm, and there's real cow manure and stuff. That stuff smells awful.
Sure.
Like, I'm sure it does.
It's heavy.
If it's not what
Mike,
you're used to.
You grew up in that, Mike, so you know.
Right, you grew up in Enumclaw, so you're used to the smell.
That smells like going home, man.
Yeah, and I get it, right?
Meatloaf.
It's like if you ever meet somebody from like North Carolina, specifically somebody who went to Wake Forest. There is tobacco plants right near Wake Forest. So in the morning time, when you walk across campus, I did this once, like you could smell the tobacco, like being processed.
That's not bad because they have tobacco flavored candles or
No, it sucks.
Is it bad?
Processing
Its
is different.
process is awful. But just like Mike here, because he's used to it and remind people that go to Wake Forest be like, it's the most beautiful smell. Like, no, it's gross.
Yeah.
But it's something to them, so they don't mind it.
If you're used
It's
to
like anything. Anything you're used to is fine.
Hagerstown, when I lived there, was farm country, and in the early spring, when all the snow would melt, the sun would come out and hit all the patties that have been sitting out there for 4 or 5 months. It was so thick that you wanted to close your windows and not have fresh air come in.
Sure. My dad worked at a spice plant. Now, he worked a white-collar job, but at this time, McCormick, Schilling out here. Maybe it's all McCormick now. I think
it might be all McCormick.
But originally, the way the plant was located in the same place as the offices. So when you went to downtown Baltimore, all you smelled basically was like pepper. But like anything, when it's being processed, it doesn't quite smell like what you know it to be as the final product. So he had all these suits, because you still had to wear a suit back then and all this. All of his suits smelled of spices. In 2 days, we did not notice anymore. But he had them hung up in his closet, right, for work. So anytime someone came to visit our house, we're like, Jesus Christ. It's not that it smelled bad, but it's like getting pepper sprayed, right? And we're like, what are you talking about? As they say, nose blind, right?
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things, yeah. And all of his suits, you could dry clean, you can do anything you want. So, yeah, once you're used to something, I'll tell you what, first time I went to Mexico, the thing that struck me most, we got to our hotel, went outside to smoke a cigarette, and we have all this emissions testing here in the U.S. You find out why. I went there, and my first thought, as smell is tied to memory, was the 1970s.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Because, the exhaust, it is what it is, but you're like, Jesus, man.
And Ted, not too far away from where you lived at Hopkins, in between there and Preakness, in Baltimore, there is a glue plant. I know it sounds crazy with the horse racing and everything else.
Oh, yeah.
That glue plant in the morning they would do it all night. So they had an overnight shift. Man, when you came in, it was just like, oh my God, it's just glue. Do we really need glue? It's like for people who are like from, 8 years old to 15 years old. After that, like, who uses glue?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, that poor guy, he's at a farm. He's
having a hard time.
And he's having a tough time, right? And everybody has different things that make him kind of almost puke or retch or whatever.
For sure.
Yeah, that's his hot.
Liver and onions.
That's a horrible, horrible smell. Brady Bunch house. It's on the market again. Last time I
just sell it
in 2018.
Okay.
That's when HGTV outbid Lance Bass for it and produced a series called Very Brady Renovation. They made it look inside just like on the original show.
That house did not look anything like that house on the inside when they bought it.
Correct. It was just the exterior.
Yeah.
They paid $3.5 million for the house, which is in North Hollywood. Spent $2 million renovating it. I got it right the first time. Now they're selling it for $5.5 million.
Well, it's an iconic.
So they're going to break even, right? Basically, based on what they spent to renovate it and what they bought.
So if it was the original, if it was the original house and it looked like that, then that's one thing.
Yeah, but I don't want to live in a place where everyone's going to
they Disney World this. They made it like sure, but still.
Well, they just made it look like the house, the TV set looked like on the inside. But I'm with you. I don't know that I want to live in a house that famous.
No, I don't want people coming by my house.
Ask the people in Astoria about that Goonies house.
Yeah,
or it's the same house in New Mexico because of Breaking Bad.
And you're getting pizza thrown.
Right, they're like, stop throwing pizzas.
We get it. I live here, man.
And in Astoria, it's at the end of a dead-end street. So when you go up that road, up the hill, it's the last house on the right.
Yeah.
So everyone goes up there, turns around, takes a picture, like it's all day long.
Yeah, I mean, look, I get it. I feel like they should put that in the realtor should probably tell you, like, hey, this is a pretty famous house.
Depending on your age, you're in your 20s. Okay, do you know the Brady Bunch? I've heard of it. Okay, this was the house. Just know, millions of people, not millions, Probably thousands of people through the course of the year. They're going to come by, snap pictures, run up to your front door, not to ring your doorbell, but to get a picture.
I mean, look, I'd probably put a sign out there that says, like, leave a snack. Like, you could run up to my house. You could run up to my house and take a picture, but you got to leave a snack.
Leave Cheetos.
Leave a snack.
Yeah, well, I was thinking chips, but I don't know. What if it's in the morning time? It's like, just leave, like, some donut holes.
Ooh, that's a good call.
Yeah.
Okay, there's one snack. You own a famous house.
Okay.
People are going to come up. They're going to take pictures. Nothing you can do about it. It's that iconic. You get one snack you can ask them to leave. What are you asking them to leave? Donut holes sounds good. The only problem
they
is
go bad.
we both not just that, man, but you get super full, right?
A tub of Utz cheese balls.
I think I would go boxes of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Hear me out. Cereal holds for a long time. I eat the living bejesus out of it if it's in the house. I think I would go Cinnamon Toast Crunch. You take the picture, do what you want. Leave me a box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cool Ranch Doritos.
All right. See, strong.
Yeah.
Strong.
Yeah,
Mike?
because chips last a long time. I could crush them up, put them on food.
Come on. One snack.
Come
We're
on,
coming up
Mike,
to your
one
house.
snack.
We're going to take pictures all the time.
One snack.
Just one.
Doggone, those Cool Ranch Doritos sound fantastic.
It's funny because you were eating a small bag of the other day, and I was thinking about it. I was like, because I looked at Mike and I said, I have this argument all the time. I think that's the one chip you could have it all the time. If you could only have one chip.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, you know what? I'll go in with you on that one, Ted.
What about you, Miles? Everyone's going to come up. Just one snack.
Utz cheese balls.
Utz cheese balls. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys know Michael Imperioli from The Sopranos?
Yeah, I know he is.
So he's cool about posing for pictures with fans. There's one thing he won't do, even if you ask him nicely. Actually, I'm with him on this one. He says, some people want to take a picture with me pretending I have a gun to their head, and I will never do that. I'll strangle them, but I will not put a gun to their head.
Yeah.
That's horrible. That's bad vibes.
I'll mimic violence, but not shooting you. I will choke you. I will beat you. I will kick you. I will curb stomp you. Not a gun.
I will spray a water gun in your face. But
I mean, I kind of fathom what he's saying, though. Because it's like, I don't know, it's kind of funny. Like, it just, you're right, it feels weird. Like, even like a finger gun, it feels weird, like, putting it up to your head. It's like, that doesn't seem right.
Well, I kind of like a stance, too. Like if I'm going to look like I'm committing an act of violence, I do it as a man, right? This is hands on you. This is not some bitch thing where you're going to, like, I'll do that. I'm a tough guy, right? I'll choke you. I'll beat you. I'll kick you. I'll stab you. All that. But it needs to be me controlling my own body to take you out. I dig that.
It is kind of funny, too. People just walk up to him like, hey, man, can you do a finger gun like you're shooting me?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Like those, and I get it, because I love gangster shows and stuff, but like that's the dark side of it.
Right.
Shouldn't be impressed with that.
They have a lot of that in the show.
What, Sopranos?
I mean,
yeah. I don't know. People get whacked.
They might get whacked, but yeah.
Somebody says here, as far as a single snack someone leaves for your home because you live in that house that everyone needs to go to, says you guys are all wrong. One snack, beef jerky. Now, okay, you say beef jerky.
That's a pretty solid call.
It is solid, but is there a brand that you want, or is it homemade? Someone that says Thrill is correct, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I know I'm correct. It's Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
What if he picks up weird? Like
Funyuns.
I was going to say those little tiny pickled sausages, the red ones.
Oh, God. You need to leave a jar of those. I want a jar of pickled pig's feet.
What TV house would you live in? I got to think of like TV, like people are still going to show up. It's famous.
Right. Ooh, that's not.
I would do Melrose Place. You get a small apartment, you get a pool in the middle, and hot chicks.
But I don't want a small apartment, man.
You're guessing hot chicks live there.
Yeah.
I
watch the show.
I'm going to your wheelhouse, the Beverly Hillbillies. They got that cement,
wheelhouse.
They got that cement pond in the back. Basically, they have a mansion in Beverly Hills. Okay. I don't know if it's real.
You know the taxes there?
Like the estate and everything, but it's got a giant pool, bunch of rooms.
Man, that is a good question. So if you had to live in a house people are going to frequent, I'll tell you what, there's a show now called Family Economics.
All right.
And there's one particularly rich brother that's involved. Not a black man. He is a brother of the main character. But his house is dope, man. San Francisco. I don't want to live in San Francisco, but his house itself.
Well, that's like the full house.
Incredible.
Yeah, it is.
House.
Ooh, yeah.
Outside of that
Old
one.
Victorian, but it was sandwiched in between two other
but still.
brownstones.
That thing is across from
Whatever the park
Whatever
is,
the
man,
park
I
is,
know.
that name-
Golden Gate Park. It's Asbury.
No, it's not Golden Gate Park. It's it's like Centennial or something. It's a specific park.
Ooh, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air house. But that is a solid call.
But that house they use for Full House, man, that thing is worth millions upon millions just because the neighborhood it's in, not because
of Full House.
The Full House.
Or the Friends apartment in New York.
Wait a minute. They say the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air house. The only thing I remember about that house, though, is a living room / kitchen.
There's a couple seasons where he lives out back of the pool house.
Also, the Cosby home.
I say the Cosby home is a pretty strong
Right,
one.
that's
man. But I'm in Philly, dude. Yeah, I don't want to be in Philly.
No, they were in New York, weren't they?
The Huxtable family, Philly. He's a Philly guy.
I know he's a Philly guy.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought
you might be right, but I think it's Philly. That is a tough question. You got to.
It is. I just thought about it now, right? Because all the shows you watch, it's like, oh yeah, houses. I mean, you could open this question up to a ton of stuff, just TV shows, like what locker room or what, like, I don't know, what police department do you want to visit?
2.5 Men, the Malibu Beach house.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Someone here, I like it. They're keeping it closed. The house from All in the Family.
That was a row home.
It was a row home. It's small.
Yeah.
The 70s show house.
Good call. I mean, look,
it's a decent house, man.
What about the Jeffersons? It technically is a deluxe apartment in the sky.
It is a deluxe apartment in the sky,
it's
man.
a deluxe apartment.
You know, I might. I don't know, man. My kids still. It's not that my kids need space. I need space from the kids.
Need space,
so I need something bigger.
Yeah.
How about Magnum P.I.'s house in Hawaii?
Ooh.
That wasn't his house. That was Robin Masters' house.
Okay, Robert Masters' house.
All right. Let's see. Sticking with some sports this week. Game 5 tonight should be interesting with the Heat and Celtics.
Should it?
It should. Look,
Celtics played good last time.
And the Celtics are they're the higher seed. They have more talent. So maybe something sparked underneath there. And I mean, because if they win tonight, this series has been so
everything
odd.
changes, right?
Right, completely. Then it's like, all right, now you got 2 games left. So yeah, I think it should be a good game. And the hell with it. Give me Boston.
Yeah. And Vegas, Dallas. You're into the hockey thing?
Oh, I didn't realize they were playing that game tonight.
Yeah.
The house
and
from
hopefully the Mariners can sweep the A's.
Let's go!
Yes. Thank you, Tim. We appreciate it. You're listening to the Men's Room.
Start summer with a $500 Visa gift card. NC Machinery is offering big rewards on small excavators. Grab a Cat Mini excavator and demolish jobs. Dig deep or move material with the smallest line of Cat products. Do more with less. That's right, small is big right now. Big rewards and big savings for your pocket. For a limited time, NC Machinery is offering a $500 Visa gift card, as well as financing of 0% for 36 months for qualified buyers. Now is the time to reward yourself. Terms and conditions apply while supplies last.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. Florida man is arrested for indecent exposure and continues fondling himself in his prison cell.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, a man low on gas pulls into a station and wins $1 million on a scratch-off, and he can go to hell. In Thailand, women pray at a 4-foot penis statue for good luck. 1-year-old's birthday cake resembles something that you would make when you make love. And a man trying to rent a place airdrops nude pics to the building management of said establishment. It's time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my call.
All right, our top story. We go to Illinois, where police responded to calls of a suspicious vehicle. The call took them to the parking lot of a local airport, where they found a backhoe parked in a stall in the lot. They checked security footage to find their man, who seemingly has no issue pulling into the parking spot, grabbing his belongings and catching his flight to Portland. The big issue is he's not the owner of the backhoe. It belongs to a construction company that was stolen off of a job site about 10 miles away. The man was later tracked down and arrested and found to have another stolen vehicle in his possession as well.
He was almost my shot of the day. Just like people steal vehicles, you need to get to the airport. But
of course.
You stole a backhoe.
Right.
You drove 10 miles. You parked it in the parking lot of the airport and then flew.
I got a feeling that the key was in it, man. I think that's why he stole it. I mean, I don't want to be this guy and be presumptuous.
A backhoe.
Yeah.
He pulled it into the airport parking lot.
That's what I'm saying.
That's amazing.
Well, he also, I don't know how it is now, but I know like 20 years ago, like if you had a key to one of those, they were pretty much universal.
Yes.
You could walk up to a construction site and put in the key you had and
away you go.
And fire them off.
So my graduating year, there was a handful of kids that drove to school on their backhoes. In other news, I'm not kidding, man. There was a handful of people that drove to school on their tractors. In other news, a man's bad luck in Kentucky turned out to be good luck after all. The man was driving his truck down the road when it ran out of gas. Fortunately, he was able to coast the truck into a nearby convenience store to get some fuel. While there, he decided to have a little bit of fun with the $40 in his pocket, buying $20 worth of gas and spending the rest on a scratch-off lottery ticket. This just happened to be the jackpot winner, awarding him the grand prize of $1 million. Damn. He's taking the lump sum with a take-home of around $660,000 and says that he plans on buying a new car and putting the rest into savings.
Well, good for him.
Darn right.
Nothing worse than that panic feeling of, oh my God, I forgot about the gas tank.
And it said that he coasted into that convenience store. He was done. He was stranded if that thing wasn't
downhill.
Right. Which, good on you. And again, man, the cojones to drive in there and be like, you know what? I'm going to put $20 in the tank and $20 on the bet.
I'm saying he went $20 on the bet because he was pissed. I'm so tired of this. Hell, I'm buying a lottery ticket. I'm like, God, I won.
Let's see if I can be done with all this. Oh, well, I'm done working forever. To the lovely world of the internet, where one woman shared a massive fail on the local bakery. She went to the bakery to get a cake for her nephew's upcoming first birthday and even gave them a photo of exactly what she was looking for. This story is fantastic. A cake shaped as the number 1 with icing around the border, as well as some heart balloons with squiggly strings attached donning the cake. She's uploaded this photo for expectations, along with a photo of what they produced, which had the wrong colors, first of all, and questionable replacements at that. The name was misspelled on the cake, and the balloons didn't quite look like balloons. They looked a little bit more like sperm instead.
They did not look a little bit more like sperm. They looked straight up like sperm. I mean,
just put a heart and then a tail of it.
When I saw the cake, I saw the picture before I read the story, and I'm like, why would you put sperm on a 1-year-old's birthday? I'm like, oh.
Did you see the picture of this cake, Ted?
I have not.
Oh
my God.
You got to see this.
It doesn't look like anything other than
Right, so
sperm.
here's what she wants. It's baby blue with the white border and got the hearts on it. And here's what she got.
Yeah.
Right.
That's pretty gratuitous.
The good news is the kid's won. He'll never know. He won't know.
Exactly.
But oh, my God.
But we'll know. We will know.
Isn't that out of line for a 1-year-old birthday, though?
Still fresh.
Yeah. He's not that far removed from being a tadpole.
You were this a year ago.
Right. By the time you realize what this is, you'll be a lot older than you are now in comparison to when you were this. Oh, God. A man in Tulsa was arrested for giving people a little too much. He was recently at an apartment complex filling out an application when employees noticed in the office, the employees in the office received notification that an iPhone was attempting to airdrop images, which I don't know why people just accept this anymore, but you know what? Their curiosity got the better of them. I get it. They accepted the drop to find photos of the applicant completely naked, showing off his genitals. He was arrested for indecent exposure.
Why did he think this was a good idea?
I don't know.
I mean, I assume if you're just doing that, you just have a giant crank and are just like people want to see it,
or you're hammered. I can't imagine like, cool, I rented this house. Hey, check out my nuts.
Hey, what are you gonna do?
You're not feeling unconfident.
Right. Meanwhile, in Florida, a condo complex was instrumental in locking up another man that wanted to show his stuff. Surveillance footage caught the man talking with a resident outside the complex before undressing and fondling himself. An employee came over the intercom to tell the man to leave, to which he responded with waving his banner, if you will, in front of the camera before leaving. He was eventually tracked down and arrested, and his mugshot looks like probably somebody who has just seen somebody that has just exposed their genitals to him, and I've got that pulled up as well. But that is it for your headlines. With that, Mike Hawk is out.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate the return of Ted versus the FCC in a summertime. Bad Choice Friday coming up tomorrow.
Yes, indeed. It's all true. But in the meantime, well, we be all about this bitch for 180 seconds or so. So until then, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The men's room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network. Oh, man! A Double Flush production.
Start summer with a $500 Visa gift card. NC Machinery is offering big rewards on small excavators. Grab a Cat Mini excavator and demolish jobs. Dig deep or move material with the smallest line of Cat products. Do more with less. That's right, small is big right now. Big rewards and big savings for your pocket. For a limited time, NC Machinery is offering a $500 Visa gift card, as well as financing of 0% for 36 months for qualified buyers. Now is the time to reward yourself. Terms and conditions apply while supplies last.